falling in love with the weekend. I pray to God that tonight will never stop. We're going up, then we come down. Everybody's looking at me now. I'm gonna love you tonight with all I got. I don't have money, but I have fun. Staying at the parties, just trying to get some. And we gon' dance the night away, dance until the morning breaks. I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young. Skipping the red lights, call it colorblind. I'm risking my life, baby. Ignoring all the signs, I'm rolling the dice. Look what a sacrifice, it's crazy. Getting loose, getting drunk, and falling in love with the weekend. I pray to God that tonight will never stop. We're going up, then we come down. Everybody's looking at me now. I'm gonna love you tonight with all I got. I don't have money, but I have fun. Staying at the parties, just trying to get some. And we gon' dance the night away, dance until the morning breaks. I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young, so getting loose, getting drunk, and falling in love with the weekend. Waking up with my best friend. We're going up, then we come down. Everybody's looking at me now. Why is the music so goddamn loud? I don't have money, but I have fun. Oh, yeah. Staying at the parties, just trying to get some. And we gon' dance the night away, dance until the morning breaks. I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young, so I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young. So what, we are young. We got so much time, chasing morning light. Nothing on my mind, baby. Hit me like a shot. They say tell me not. The party don't start till I'm here, baby. Getting loose, getting drunk, and falling in love with the weekend. I pray to God that tonight will never stop. We're going up, then we come down. Everybody's looking at me now. I'm gonna love you tonight with all I got. I don't have money, but I have fun. Staying at the parties, just trying to get some. And we gon' dance the night away, dance until the morning breaks. I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young. Skipping the red lights, call it colorblind. I'm risking my life, baby. Ignoring all the signs, I'm rolling the dice. Look what a sacrifice, it's crazy. Getting loose, getting drunk, and falling in love with the weekend. I pray to God that tonight will never stop. We're going up, then we come down. Everybody's looking at me now. I'm gonna love you tonight with all I got. I don't have money, but I have fun. Staying at the parties, just in love with the weekend. Waking up with my best friend. We're going up, then we come down. Everybody's looking at me now. Why is the music so goddamn loud? I don't have money, but I have fun. Oh, yeah. Staying at the parties, just trying to get some. And we gon' dance the night away. Dancing till the morning breaks. I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young. So what, so what? So what, so what? So what, so what? I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young. So what, we are young. We got so much time, chasing morning light. Nothing on my mind, baby. Hit me like a shot. They say can we not? The party don't start till I'm here, baby. Getting loose, getting drunk, and falling in love with the weekend. I pray to God that tonight will never stop. We're going up, then we come down. Everybody's looking at me now. I'm gonna love you tonight with all I got. I don't have money, but I have fun. Staying at the parties, just trying to get some. And we gon' dance the night away. Dance until the morning breaks. I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young. Skipping the red lights, call it color blind. I'm risking my life, baby. Ignoring all the signs, I'm rolling the dice. Look what a sacrifice, it's crazy. Getting loose, getting drunk, and falling in love with the weekend. I pray to God that tonight will never stop. We're going up, then we come down. Everybody's looking at me now. I'm gonna love you tonight with all I got. I don't have money, but I have fun. Staying at the parties, just trying to get some. And we gon' dance the night away. Dance until the morning breaks. I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young. So what, so what? So what, so what? Getting loose, getting drunk, and falling in love with the weekend. Waking up with my best friend. We're going up, then we come down. Everybody's looking at me now. Why is the music so goddamn loud? I don't have money, but I have fun. Oh, yeah. Staying at the parties, just trying to get some. And we gon' dance the night away. Dancing till the morning breaks. I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young. So what, so what? So what, so what? So what, so what? I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young. So what, we are young.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a man who's about to die. He's literally about to die. It's Lewis Jones. Woo! Woo! My speakers aren't working, so normally here I'd have like a fun like clapping noise. I don't have it this week. I don't. My apologies. It's just me. It's just me in the kitchen, enjoying myself. How's it going? Are you well? I'm not wearing my glasses. I feel like they're part of my trademark quiz look. So hey, we're here. We're back. How's it going? Hope you're well. It's been a while. As Stained once said. I'm delighted to be back. Doing a quiz. Less delighted it's my birthday tomorrow. No, I am delighted maybe. 30. Big one. Big number. Lot to deal with there. Two rounder number. That O on the end. It's a worry, isn't it? It's a worry. But hey, how are you doing? Hope you're well. Big shout out to the people in the chat. Helen, Rodri, Jack, Sam Penn, Jack Raven, Miz, Jenny Vander. Great to see your mum. She's still not changed her surname, even though she has changed her surname in real life. Wonderful to see you all. Hope you're well. Massive thanks to the people that have already given me a sweet little donation. You know, don't want to. It's rude to talk about money so early, isn't it? But some very generous donations already in. I better give shout outs to those people. Let's see who they are. Log into my PayPal. Pretty good. We've already made enough money that I've got prize money, so everything after here is just bonus. Thank you to Ms. Legend, absolute legend, Babe and a Legend, Josh, Babe and a Legend, Keith Penn, definitely a Babe and a Legend, and Rodri, definitely a Babe and a Legend. Thank you to all those people. More people in the chat. Van says, love that t-shirt. It's a great t-shirt. Thank you. Nigel, he's correct. 30. That is almost 59. Oliver Richards, what a guy, what a legend. Thank you very much for happy birthdays. And Maxwell, Hannah Hitchin, Lucas. Hi to all of you. So what are we doing? It's a quiz. We're back into it. Lockdown is back, and I'm back with it. We'll see. I hope that this quiz will be better organised than lockdown, but hey, we'll see on that as well. I do feel like I've forgotten something. Hopefully it's not important. It's not the questions. I've definitely written those. We should probably look at the thing, right? Not that bit. Let me open. So much to do. It's been so while. I'm rusty, guys. My apologies. There, I'm just going to the corner. Welcome to the quiz. So welcome to the quiz. I hope it's going to be good. Obviously, we're doing this. It's my birthday tomorrow. I'm 30 tomorrow. I don't know if I've mentioned it. That's the prime reason, should we say? But with lockdown back, and just with bloody life back, guys, I'm hoping that this sort of become a regular thing. Maybe not every week like we did it earlier in the year, but certainly monthly. Hopefully, we'll also have a another leaderboard going like we did last time. I don't think I ever properly congratulated the winners of the previous round of quizzing. So massive congratulations to that team. What were they called? Wanking from Home? Yeah, I think they were called that. Captained by Toby. Big congratulations to them. Also, happy birthday to Demi. It's Demi's birthday today. So wish them happy birthday in the chat. I hope you're there, Demi. A wonderful person. Delighted to have them on board. Thank you very much. I think that's it. Anyone else? Anyone got anything else to say in the chat? Demi in the chat saying, it's my birthday, Lewis, you fucking poser. I said happy birthday before I even read that, so rude. M. Brown, happy birthday. Some legends in the chat. I'm delighted to see it. Hopefully I feel a little bit nervous, but not too nervous. We'll see how we do. Welcome to the quiz. How it works. There's a basic. If you've done one of the quizzes before, if you've done a quiz before, you'll have a great idea of how it works generally. It's a quiz of 5 rounds. There are 20 questions in each round. Each round has a Google form. You'll find those below in the description. You'll also find them on the Facebook page. I dumped them all on there earlier if you want to take a look there. We will submit the answers at the end of every round. I'll give you a sort of timer at the end of each round so you know when to get them in by. Most points wins. It's a classic quiz in that way. If you have the most points, you win. As such, maybe I've turned the difficulty up a little bit this week. Maybe. Tad. Is it because I wrote most of the questions in the last 2 days? Possibly. Harder to regulate the level when you are rushing. But I think I've written a good quiz, a fun quiz. And hopefully I'll have something to say because I've written things I like. We'll see. And of course, that most important of all rules, a golden rule, do not cheat. Do not cheat. You'll remember that cheats never prosper. It is a lie. Cheats do prosper. They prosper very much. But they're bellends, and don't be a bellend. We're not that sort of quiz. We're an anti-bellend quiz. Let's see. Keith Penn says, I'm looking good for 30. Thank you very much, Keith. Thank you very much for your kind well wishes. Jack Swindhurst in the chat, he's the hype man. He's like the hype man. He's doing a very good job at that, considering Spurs just embarrassingly conceded a late Paul Scholes' equaliser from Lanzini. Great game, great goal. But hey, Cambridge are top of League Two, so one of Jack's teams is happy. Let's see what's happening. Prize. Important. As I said before, the prize is money. It's £50 I've already received £50 I think I've received more. Let me see. Also got donation from Jenny Clark, legend. Charlotte Wayne, legend. Jack Raven, legend. Hannah Hitchin, legend. Nigel Browser, legend. And Lottie Fisher, legend. All legends. Thank you to all the legends who are donating. It's nice, you know. If you want to add to those donations, you can do here, send me a quid, couple quid, paypal.me/LJ47. You know, just pretend you buy me a pint in regular times. Something like that each would be lovely. And I probably couldn't actually drink all the pints if you all bought me a pint, so it's kind of a better system. I'm old now. I'll get a hangover. I'll die of like psoriasis. So, you know, just send me a couple quid instead. I'd very much appreciate it. I will be giving some of that to charity. I've not decided what charity yet. Some of it will be going to me, kind of a charity, kind of the best charity. But no, I'll find an important cause, send them a couple quid as well. You know, we're still in difficult times. Things haven't got better since we were raising money at the start of the year for charities because of poor leadership and venal self-interest. But hey, you know, we can do what we can, can't we? Okay, I think that's about enough just chatting. Probably should get on with the quiz because we're about 10 minutes in. How are we looking? 73 concurrent viewers, 111 playbacks. Is that good? Chat rate is 1. Love that. Max says, happy birthday, old man. Thanks, Max. Lovely to have you here. All of Team Burgess Clark. Jack says, congratulations to West Ham. Spurs are a bunch of horrible frauds. Amber Army. I think Carlisle won as well, so mostly a good weekend for Jack. And Diego's back. Huge shout out to everyone in the chat. Love to have Diego in the chat. To be honest, Diego is the chat. Let's face it. He makes it run. But let's get on with it. Hey, questions. Trivia questions. Let's see what we've got. So round number 1. I'm so glad that that's the slide. It might have been a completely different slide and I look like a fool. But no, because I'm old now, I'm officially old. And I mean, I felt old since I was probably 17, so it's nothing new. It's not like I'm up a demographic, like when I turned 25, but, you know, still old. Dealing with it, just going to be dealing with it through the quiz. Hopefully it'll be fine. So, like always in my first round, it's general knowledge on all sorts of subjects, but every single answer, somewhere inside there, will feature the letters OLD in a row, the word old. You'll manage it, I'm sure. Let's take a look at question number 1, shall we? Question number 1. What was the name of Ian Fleming's estate in Jamaica, where he wrote all of the James Bond stories? It would give its name to the first Bond film not directly based on his stories. What was the name of Ian Fleming's estate in Jamaica, where he wrote all the James Bond stories? It would give its name to the first Bond film not directly based on his stories. I've used the word stories twice there. That's the sort of thing where if I was more organised, it wouldn't be. I wouldn't have doubled it up. I'd have used the old elegant repetition sort of thing I should be learning on this course. Clearly it's not going in. Not a lot is. I'm having fun. Great bunch of people. Shout out to everyone from uni who's playing this evening. Best of luck to you all. Bunch of legends. If any of you point out that it's my birthday tomorrow in our 11 o'clock, is it 12 o'clock lecture? Whenever it is, I'll be annoyed at you. So don't do it. Question number 1, that was. What was the name of Ian Fleming, or Ian Fleming, as I like to call him? Ian Fleming's estate in Jamaica, where he wrote all of the James Bond stories. It would give its name to the first Bond film, not directly based on those stories. Question number 2. Which nursery rhyme ruler, who I struggle not to confuse with the singer of When I Fall in Love, called for his fiddlers 3? Which nursery rhyme ruler, who I struggle not to confuse with the singer of When I Fall in Love, called for his fiddlers 3? Example there where I'm just sort of making questions, more of giving them an autobiographical bent. This guy I always get confused with the guy who sung with When I Fall in Love. Similar names. But this guy called for his fiddlers 3. Who is he? Who is he? Or her? Well, I think I put in he. Gender doesn't matter, it's 2020, guys. What's happening? Got some more donations. Marguerite Brown, thank you very much, Marguerite. Molly Ryder, she's added a 30p to the end for the 30. Love it. Jeff Dobbs, legend. Thanks, Jeff. This is just an email from Thread giving me new clothes recommendations. Big shout out for Thread. Great guys at Thread. Sort of a bomber jacket they've recommended. I'm not going to get it. I think that's all the ones I've got at the moment. But, you know, keep them coming. Keep them coming in. Love to see a sweet donation from whoever wants to. You know, hopefully it'll be a bumper crop. We always like to see it. Demi says, happy birthday. Thank you very much, Demi. Very kind. And a shout out from Rodri to the rest of his compadres far across the country. Rodri, a legend. Lots of people in this quiz, you know, they're people I only really know from this quiz, so it's lovely to see you all after a little while. It's nice to be not so quizzed out. You know, I'm doing a quiz every week at least, and practicing loads more, but, you know, still good to be refreshed in a quizzing domain. So that's question number 2. Question number 3. Generally considered to start with the Truman Doctrine of 1947, which period of geopolitical tension was fought primarily through proxy wars, such as those in Korea and Vietnam? Generally considered to start with the Truman Doctrine of 1947, which period of geopolitical tension was fought primarily through proxy wars, such as those in Korea and Vietnam? Got £5 from the main man, Sam Penn. Thank you, Sam Penn. Thank you to all the Penns. All the Penns that are playing, all the Penns that aren't playing. Just a great family of legends. Talented, kind legends. I appreciate them. I appreciate their work. I appreciate their time. Also, shout out to all the people who are tagging me in their stories on Instagram. Very kind. I'm going to reply to Sarah's done one. I'm going to reply with a heart eye emoji. And then, no, I'm going to, with hearts around emoji. And then I'm going to add to story. Because it's nice. So many stories. Love to see people's stories. And Lawrence has sent me a line from The Office, because that's what he does. And he's very good at it. So that's question number 3, generally considered to start with the Truman Doctrine. What period of geopolitical tension was fought through proxy wars, such as those in Korea and Vietnam? Question number 4. The poorest country in Europe by GDP per capita, what former Soviet state has the capital city Chisinau? Chisinau? I've never actually thought about how you say it. I know it has some accents on some of these letters, and I couldn't make my keyboard do them. So sorry about that. I'm going to go Chisinau. Let's go Chisinau. The poorest country in Europe by GDP per capita, which former Soviet state has the capital Chisinau? They're all good. They all work. Clearly not here because of the bad thing. Alistair in the chat says, big up the Sheffield Quiz Sock MVP. That's me. Very kind of you, Alistair. Oh, he smashed it this week. Superb work. Hope we don't bottle it like Spurs against the Cicestrians. We've got a big match against the Cicestrians this week in the online quiz league. And also the match is being recorded and put online. So, you know, if you want to see some top-level quizzing, do that. It's going to be fun. I hope we'll do well. It's been a good season so far. And this is a top of the table clash between us and the Cicestrians, who we beat once and lost once to in friendlies pre-season. So it's a big match, but I feel like we've really grown since then, and as a team, as individuals, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we can do. Jack says, shout out to all the pens and anyone who has worked in the pen shop. Jack did work in the pen shop in Cambridge. It was a shop that sells pens. And now it's a Krispy Kreme. Is that right, Jack? Or is it next to the Krispy Kreme? I've not thought about the pen shop in a while, but I have thought about the Krispy Kreme. So I don't know if it's replaced it in physicality or just in my mind. Could be either. Could be either. Great days, nonetheless. So that's question number 4. Which Soviet state has the capital Chisinau? Question number 5. Coming from German folklore, which mythological creature are? See, that should be creatures. And I've said creatures twice. This is just a poor from me, and I apologise. Birthday stress, forgive me. Coming from German folklore, which mythological creatures are depicted as small goblin-like beings who primarily live in mines and hold candles? Coming from German folklore, which mythological creatures are depicted as small goblin-like beings who primarily live in candles. They don't live in candles, that'd be mental. They live in mines and hold candles. Take candle. Jack says the pen shop's now a watch shop, which is interesting. Sideways move. Not as glam as Krispy Kreme, but people like watches. Of course, it's opposite the old Tesla shop in Cambridge, so it's clearly a high class area where people are buying great things. I've got a new subscriber on my Facebook, not my Facebook, my YouTube account from Cam, and Cam was one of the better players in the league of this quiz in lockdown, and he's only just subscribed now. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I don't know if it gives me any benefits, but it might do, so you might as well. Why not? Question number 5. Coming from German folklore, which mythological creatures are depicted as small goblin-like beings who primarily live in mines and hold candles? Let me know. That was one for the people that like D&D or other similar games. Jess in the chat says, happy birthday. Sorry a bit late. We'll try to catch up. Do your best, Jess. Lovely to have you here. Thank you very much. As always, if you miss any questions, you should be able to just scroll back. Depends on which service you're using, what phone you're using, laptop, etc. Most of the time you can zoom back. I won't repeat any questions. I keep everything up long enough that I shouldn't have to. But if you just scroll back, you should be able to catch any questions. Any problems that you're having, though, put it in the chat or DM me. DM me anytime. There's nothing wrong with it. So that's question number 5. Name that creature from German folklore. Question number 6. Best known as the female lead in Singin' in the Rain, which Oscar-nominated actress died in December 2016, one day after the death of her actress daughter? Best known as the female lead in Singing in the Rain, which Oscar-nominated actress died in December 2016, one day after the death of her actress daughter. Try and, bringing it down early doors with death. Death. I've really realised lately that I get my THs and my Fs confused. Like, not on purpose. But basically I can't say anything with a F in it without worrying that I should be a F. Death. Tongue on the teeth. Tip of the tongue, teeth on the lips. You know the business. That's question number 6, bringing it down with a nice dose of mortality. I'm not too worried about that element of aging while I am older. I'm so much older than I'd like to be. But living with it, dealing with it. I'm not worried about being close to death yet. We'll see. Though we're all closer to death every day. So we are born astride a grave, as Beckett said. So something to bear in mind. I'm going to try and lighten up from here. Question number 7. Which Suffolk coastal town, popular with second homeowners, is the home of... I said home twice again. But homeowners and home, that's different. What? Which Suffolk coastal town, popular with second homeowners, is the home of the Adnams Brewery and is located nearby the site used for Latitude Festival? Which Suffolk coastal town, popular with second homeowners, is the home of the Adnams Brewery and is located nearby the site used for Latitude Festival? I went on a school trip there once when I was about 7. I just smelled of beer. Like beer making, not they'd spilled beer. There's a very special... It's the same as if you go to Cardiff and the Brains, or is it Brian's? The Brains Brewery. All, it's in the air, isn't it? It's strong, it's potent. It's not it's not bad. There's something nice about it, but it's strong, especially for a young child. And we were mostly only there to look around a church. I don't remember why. There was a church right next to our school. It made no sense. But still, a wonderful time. And Latitude, been there many a time. Enjoyed myself. Once made Tom Allen, the comedian, take his top off in the late night disco. A great moment I'll never forget. Hopefully he has, because he wears suits most of the time. The complete opposite of a suit is wearing no top. But hey, it was great. It was fun. So name that Suffolk coastal town, the home of Adnams and the Latitude Festival. Question number 8. Beyonce made her film debut in which 2002 comedy sequel, which also starred Mike Myers and Michael Caine. Beyonce made her film debut in which 2002 comedy sequel, which also starred Mike Myers and Michael Caine. A great movie. Also popped it in here because I know that Maxwell's doing the quiz, and this is one of Maxwell's favourite films of all time. And he's a man who runs a Instagram account where he records the French films he's watched, real films. But this is one of his actual favourite films. She's good in this, I think, generally. Not brilliant. She's fine in it. It's not her best thing. I know you're not allowed to talk ill of her, like one of my lecturers did the other day. It felt like very much red rag to a bull, telling a group of students that Beyonce's not that good. But she's good in this. Not her first film for TV. She made one, I think a version of Cinderella for the Disney Channel. But feature film, this is her first feature film. That's question number 8. Question number 9. Which US anti-folk duo consisting of Adam Green and Kimya Dawson is most famous for their song Anyone Else But You, that was used on the soundtrack of the 2007 film Juno? Which US anti-folk duo consisting of Adam Green and Kimya Dawson is most famous for their song Anyone Else But You, that was used on the soundtrack of the 2007 film Juno? And I should have italicized Juno if I was being classy, but I didn't. My apologies. Maxwell in the chat says that he's seen that film in the last question 18 times, which is a lot. I remember my dad saw it twice at the cinema, and I thought that was a lot. But hey, it's a good film. It's enjoyable. Nothing wrong with it. Getting lots of nice messages from people, which is good. But just let us know, just because you're saying hello today is actually my birthday tomorrow. So if you don't say a proper happy birthday tomorrow on my birthday, I will be upset and maybe won't talk to you for the whole year. If you don't want to talk to me all year, fine. Don't say anything. You've won that way. But otherwise, make sure you give me a proper birthday on my birthday. That'll be better. So that's question number 9. Name that anti-folk duo. And finally, for this round, question number 10. Little Nell Trent is the protagonist of which Charles Dickens novel? Little Nell, I did that on the Nell, that's her name. Little Nell Trent is the protagonist of which Charles Dickens novel? Remember, you're looking for O-L-D in every single one of these. Couple more donations I think have come in. Who have we got? William Carroll. Thank you very much, Will. Very kind. I think that's all I've got. Only one more. You could do better, guys. If you're not donating already, you know where the link is. You'll see it in a second. It'll come up again during the old break. We'll have a couple of minute break at the end of the round, so you can put in your final answers. Then we'll come back for round 2. We'll have a bigger break after round 3, probably because you'll all be blown away by my skills in the music round, and then 2 more rounds after that. So it's a decent system. I think. Plenty of room for you to grab a drink. The sink's only there for me, so I can grab a drink anytime. Though I don't know where my bottle is. I'll investigate in a bit. So that's question number 10. Little Nell Trent is the protagonist of which Charles Dickens novel? So that is everything for round 1. Please make sure you've answered every question. Make a guess. You know the word old is there somewhere. Put a phrase that has old in it, or a word that has old in it. You can do it. Why not? Spell your team name correctly. It's round 1, so it shouldn't be that hard. But progressively as you go through, make sure you put the team name the same spelling every single time. Particularly the first few letters, if you can, because it makes it so much easier for us to mark it. Once you've done that, press submit. It will come through to us. I'm going to give everyone a say until past to get those answers in. So I'll see you in a second. Any questions, pop them in the chat, send me a DM. Be right with you.
The curtain's still lowered, it's just before dawn. I'm standing here wondering I've waited so long. By the time the clock strikes 6, I'll be somewhere far, far away. No matter all the tears you shed when you asked me to stay. Went to the doctor, said I don't feel so good. My temperature's high and I'm misunderstood. But he said, son, you know I'm not that kind of doc, but I know just what to do. And if you thought for a second, I think you know it too. Said, Father, I've sinned. I spent my whole life living out on the fringe. But he said, son, you know, well, that's not a sin, but I know just how you feel. Yeah. I think you should go out and find something real. So go ahead and wipe that sad look from your eyes. I'm a magic man, you know, you shouldn't be so surprised. I've had a lot of practice, so really there's nothing to fear. Won't all of you please sit back, relax, and watch me disappear? Yesterday I spoke to the delivery man. I told him I'm running as far as I can. He said, son, I don't really know you, but I hope you find what you're looking for. And if you gotta go, you ought to do it with style, you know.
Hello, I'm back. Hope you found that fine. Let's see what's happening in the chat. Jack and Will have spoken to each other. Love to see it. Freddie says there should be a point for best wrong answer in the quiz. It's not a bad idea, Fred. I'll see what I can do. And Josie says, had some Wi-Fi troubles. Appease you, hello. It's what she does best, Wi-Fi troubles. She does many things best. She's a wonderful human being. Lovely to have you here, Josie. Thank you. So I think everyone's had about enough time. Let me take a look at the answers rolling in. Got about 33 teams as it stands. So I'll give you a couple of minutes. Last person to put in a team name was Lottie, and the team name is Lottie in all caps, which is a wonderful team name and memorable, I think. So anyone who else wants to put in one past that, you can. Who is it? Yeah, one has late. It's the Kings of Fruit, which is Brenner and Chris. Thank you to their team of legends. I don't know how else is in their team because there's 5 of them. But that reminds me, thank you to Brenner and Chris for this wonderful pineapple plant, because they are the Kings of Fruit, which came yesterday. I opened it, even though it is a birthday present, because it's a plant. And it said it was a plant on the outside, and I don't want it to die inside. But it's a lovely pineapple plant. I'm going to do my best to try and keep a pineapple plant alive in the north. But I'm sure it's possible. A couple more teams have come in. Nelly is the last person to put their team in. The Spooky Bitches, which is a fantastic team name, especially for this time of year. So I'd like to hear it. I think that's everyone. So I think we've got about 36 teams, which is absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much. As always, I'm honoured by your being here. So thank you. Thank you very much. Let's take a look at those answers then, shall we? Spreadsheet. There we are. Quiz. So the answers for this round. Any answer sheets that come in after this can do one. So question number 1. What's the name of Ian Fleming's estate in Jamaica where he wrote all the James Bond stories? I was going to give a good fact, but I can't think of any. Other than I love it. It's a great movie. Correct answer. GoldenEye. GoldenEye, I know your secret. 1995's classic. Everything before then, I mean, while there'd been a lot of changes, all the titles were from the works of Ian Fleming, whether short stories or novels about James Bond. GoldenEye was the first, wholly original story, mostly because they had to make changes due to the end of a thing, which is going to come up in a moment. Question number 2. Which nursery rhyme ruler I struggle not to confuse with the singer of When I Fall in Love, called Fizzle Fizzles 3. When I Fall in Love, of course, Nat King Cole. This isn't Nat King Cole, but I do confuse them often. It's Old King Cole. Old Nat King Cole. Of course, he might have been called Nat. That might have been his name. I don't know. But Old King Cole, he's your guy. Question number 3. Generally considered to start with the Truman Doctrine of 1947, the period of geopolitical tension fought through proxy wars. Of course, it was fought between the US and the Soviet Union. It was the Cold War. I maybe made that harder with language than it was. Hopefully you got that one. Question number 4. The poorest country in Europe by GDP per capita, which has the capital city of Chisinau, is Moldova. Moldova. Write down that bit of Europe. Hope they're all doing all right over in Moldova. Question number 5. Coming from German folklore, the mythological creature. There's a small goblin who likes mines, lives in them, holds candles. You'll not take candle! It's a kobold. Big shout out to all the World of Warcraft fans. It's been a long time since I played, but those early days in Northshire Abbey, fighting kobolds for their candles, getting a few coppers, glory days. Question number 6. Best known as the female lead in Singing in the Rain, which Oscar-nominated actress died in December 2016, one day after the death of her actress daughter. That actress daughter, of course, was the phenomenal, wonderful, irreplaceable Carrie Fisher, and her mother was the wonderful Debbie Reynolds. A wonderful actress. Much missed, both of them. Question number 7. The Suffolk coastal town, popular with homeowners, I think something like the last census revealed that basically half the homes are second holiday homes. Which, is it immoral when there are so many homeless people? Yes. Probably it is. Is the home of the Adams Brewery and located nearby the site for Latitude Festival. That is Southwold. Southwold, lovely place. Would go crabbing there as well as children. There was a crab in a shoe once. My sister was upset about it. I don't remember the details. Question number 8. Beyonce made her film debut in which 2002 comedy sequel starring Mike Myers and Michael Caine. Wonderful series of films. A wonderful third film. I think it's a very strong trilogy. The correct answer is Austin Powers in Goldmember. That's the correct answer, but I'll give the point for similar answers. So Austin Powers Goldmember, just Goldmember. As long as you've got Goldmember. That's going to be the crucial thing. Question number 9. The US anti-folk duo consisting of Adam Green and Kimya Dawson, famous for their song Anyone Else But You. I love Adam Green. I've seen Adam Green quite a few times. Once saw him with Macaulay Culkin in a tiny pub in Cambridge. It was brilliant. Great day. Macaulay Culkin, he was just there. Someone shouted Kevin at one point, which I thought was crass. But hey, what are you going to do? Correct answer. The Mouldy Peaches. That's a good one there as well, because they're an American band, so they spell mouldy wrong. And it couldn't be a correct answer without the incorrect spelling of mouldy. Made it a little bit more difficult, I think. And question number 10. Little Nell Trent is the protagonist of which Charles Dickens novel? It's got old in the title. It's just right there. It's the Old Curiosity Shop. In my research for this quiz today, I found out that there was near enough a riot when the last issue of the magazine periodical that had the Old Curiosity Shop arrived in New York. People were they wanted it so badly. Dickens, wonderful writer. Go read some Dickens, treat yourself. So that's everything for round number 1. That leads us to round number 2. But first, let me see how people think about it. Jack says, do we get a rendition of The King of Fruit in the music round? Sadly not, as much as I love the song King of Fruit. It's one of the best songs of all time. Maybe I'll do a bit of King of Fruit for you later. I'll see how you're feeling. Everyone loves The King of Fruit. But I hope you'll find that all right. No one complained about it in the chat, so that's the main thing. So a good round 1, I think. So we can move on to round 2. It's my classic round 2. It's an answer smash round. Get the new Google form up for round 2. And I thought, what can I do an answer smash round on? Just things. I'm just going to do it on things I like. Oh, but they have to be visual. How does that work? So it's films I like. Answer smash, films I like. Which is a broad, it's a lot of films. Most of them during my lifetime, which sort of makes it easier, I think. For some of you. We'll see. I've tried to make it a good mix of stuff. Some more obscure, some more obvious. My first one had some quite obscure films in. I thought, no, I can't put them there. I want to give you people points. I want to be kind and give you points. But it'll be fine. So every question in this round works like any answer smash round. I'm going to show you a picture. You need to tell me the name of the film that picture is from. Beneath that, I'm going to have a question. The last few letters of the picture will be the first few letters of the start of the answer to the question. You put the two things together to get the point. You need both bits to get a point, and they need to be smashed together properly to get a point. Here's an example of films that I like. Here, there's some men and some elves at Helm's Deep, protecting it from the oncoming orc horde. What a beautiful movie. And the question, which mathematical game asks players to rebuild a tower of discs from one rod on another without a bigger disc on a smaller? So the film is The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. The mathematical game is The Towers of Hanoi. The correct answer would be The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers of Hanoi. You smash them two together. You get how it works. They're not as hard or as obscure as this example. But it was an example I came up with that I enjoyed. I thought I'll throw that then as the example. Hopefully the rest are easier. We'll see. But again, as I said, it's a challenging week. I'm a challenging man. Challenging age. I just accidentally turned my mic off for 2 seconds there. Apologies. Hopefully it's fine. Let's get on with question number 1. Question number 1. This film, it was on BBC Two last night. It's a great movie. Take the name of that film and take the answer to this question. Which Swedish actress, an Oscar winner for Gaslight, is the mother of Italian actress Isabella Rossellini? Which Swedish actress, an Oscar winner for Gaslight, is the mother of Italian actress Isabella Rossellini? Gaslight, of course, the film is where we get the modern term gaslighting from, which is very interesting. And also, I believe this film that Gaslight had Angela Lansbury in, and she's the oldest person to have been nominated. Like in the past, she's the oldest lived nominated person for an Oscar, which is an interesting fact. But who is this Swedish actress? Rodri says, just got up and clapped in the street. Old habits. I know how you feel, Rod. Don't worry. I applauded Manuel Lanzini's equaliser against Spurs. Like I literally just went yes and clapped it, even though I like Spurs and I didn't feel particularly great for West Ham. I applauded it because I think, this communal idea of us all coming together to applaud stuff, it just lives within us in a way. But, still the government are refusing to actually pay the people, and we're not even giving them the applause anymore. But the government are raising their own salary by $3,000, which some would say, I would say, it's disgusting in these conditions. But it's almost as if they're all in it for their own profit rather than actually helping people. That's just my take. There's some petitions out there. Sign some petitions. If you need some links for some petitions, ask me. I'll give you a petition. There's loads of them about. I've gone off topic. Question number 1, name that film, name that actress, pop them together, give yourself a point. Easy. Question number 2, this film. And what a film. What a great film. Take the name of that film and take the name of this. Cataclysm, Legion and Shadowlands are all expansions for which long-running game, online since 2004. Cataclysm, Legion and Shadowlands are all expansions for which long-running game, online since 2004. Or 2004. I'm trying to say things like 2004 now. That's like a thing I'm trying to do when I'm reading a question. I think it's, it's how Paxman would do it. He says 2004, not 2004. I don't know why. But, it works for him. So I might continue. I might continue doing that. I'll do my best. Also looking at marking some of the scores from the first round. A lot of people put Goldfinger for the first answer, which is, did I put there as a trick? But it was only the third Bond film, so you'd be disappointed if they'd have run out of stories that early. They didn't. They lasted about 30 odd years. Also, some people have maybe had a slight issue of putting the wrong answer in the wrong box. Or like the right answer for a different question in a different box. So do be careful with that. It's not ideal because I can't. If it's in the wrong place, I won't give you the point, even though you're correct and in the wrong place, which I don't. It's not how I want to live my life, but for ease, I have to. So do be careful. Normally, I know I do give you like prompts for every question, and I've not done that, and that's just because it makes me a lot less stressed if I don't have to do it. But hopefully, you can still, do it. You can make it work. A lot of people got gold member. I think more people got gold member than golden eye, which is interesting. Golden eye, I know your secret. Tune. And a lot of people got Mouldy Peaches, which I'm very impressed by. Who knew? Who knew there were so many Mouldy Peaches fans? You better not be cheating. You better not be looking up Mouldy Peaches. I'll be disappointed. I'll be very disappointed. That's question number 2. Question number 3. This film. What a film. Maybe my favourite film. Could be. It's in the top 2. Maybe joint top 1. Great film. Great scene. Bad dates. Name that film. And then, before he came president, Bill Clinton was the governor of which US state? Capital, Little Rock. Before he became president, Bill Clinton was governor of which US state? Capital, Little Rock. Jack Wilson says Paxman, Don Quixote. He loves saying it differently. He loves mixing it up. You and I would probably just go Quixote. We'd really Spanish up the old Quixote. Not him. That's not how he lives his life. I've got more donations. Ellie Dobbs, very kind, the best. Raymond Tate, the best. Just the best people doing nice donations. Thank you very much for everyone. As always, if you've got a shout for a charity that you know is good, let me know. Send me a DM so I can look into some good options for some places to send this moolah. Let's help the world. Let's heal the world, baby. And some good, looking at I've done all the scores. There's some great answers. 6 or 7 teams on 10. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. You guys know what you're doing, and I love to see it. that's question number 3. Smash that film with the state that Bill Clinton was governor of. Question number 4. This film, a great film. I think I saw this film 3 times in the cinema. A beautiful film. Such a beautiful film. And since the introduction of sleeve sponsors in 2018, which Premier League team has been sponsored by Cola? Which Cola? I've not said it out loud before, and now I'm just thinking about Coca-Cola, but it's not that. Since the introduction of sleeve sponsors in 2018, which Premier League team has been sponsored by Cola? Kohler. Apparently they make plumbing supplies. Glamorous. A glamorous sleeve sponsor. Well, of course, better than Everton. Everton just had Angry Birds, which is interesting, I think. But great bunch of lads, Everton. Need to see them doing so well. So that's question number 4. Smash that film with since the introduction of sleeve sponsors in 2018, which Premier League team has been sponsored by Cola? I feel like this picture really just sums up the magic of the film. I wish I was watching it now. Sorry guys, I wish I was. This is probably my go-to watch if you're down film. If I'm not feeling great, I'll put this movie on. I feel brilliant about my life. Joyful. That's question number 4. Smash those together. Question number 5. This movie, a beautiful movie, very moving, beautifully made with little models of people from about 4 years ago. Superb film. Smash the name of that film with made nearly entirely from ice, which features of the solar system were first accurately seen and described by Huygens in 1655. Made nearly entirely from ice, which features of the solar system were first accurately seen and described by Huygens in 1655. I believe Galileo actually was the first person to see these things when he had the old telescope about 50 years beforehand. But Huygens, because he had a better telescope, could see these things much more clearly and accurately describe what they were. Whereas Galileo was like, yeah, there's something there. What's that? I don't know what it is, but I can see it. Whereas Huygens was like, I know what this is. And he said it. But what is that thing? Is this the hardest question in the whole quiz? Might be. We'll see. I like to challenge you for sure. And people are quiet in the chat, which always to me says that everyone is happy with how they're doing. If you're not, I love to always hear you sound off in the chat and tell me that was a good round, that was a bad round. I hate this question. I love this question. Don't be afraid to say, Lewis, this quiz is awful. I hate it. I hate you. If that's what you need to do, do it. I will not be hurt. I mean, I will, like a lot. I will be really hurt, but still, it's good to know. There is a little Spanish flea. I don't know why I'm singing that. Sort. Great. Everything's working. Everything is working just fine. Question number 5, that was. Question number 6. This film, what a movie. What a fantastic movie. I love it. I absolutely love it. And take the name of that film and smash it with nicknamed farmer for their interest in agricultural matters, who is the 3rd longest ruling monarch of Great Britain. Nicknamed farmer for their interest in agricultural matters, who is the 3rd longest ruling monarch of Great Britain. In terms of Great Britain here, I think if you were to... this person's still the 3rd longest, even if you took all the Scottish kings and all the English kings separately, and then the kings of Great Britain collectively, this is still the 3rd longest. So don't get confused. In terms of actual just Great Britain, I think actually maybe still the 3rd longest, which is interesting, I think. But you'll be aware of them. You'll be aware of their exploits. And if you know the name of the film, hopefully you've got a clue to at least 6 possible answers. Is that a clue? Is that too much of a clue? It might be. In the chat, Cam says Snowdrop Chef is a great charity. I'll look into that, Cam. Snowdrop. I don't know what it is. Sounds great. It's a good name. Izzy says, I don't understand the whole concept. Saz's reaction to the Answer Smash round. That does not surprise me at all, one bit. And the legends at Team Shorthand Job have all said birthday retracted. Thanks, retracted to you guys as well. Always a pleasure. Beautiful to see. So that's question number 6. Smash those two things together, the film and the monarch. Question number 7. This film, is this the hardest question? This might be the hardest question. But of course, I know there's a lot of people here that really love films and, you know, have spent many years working in cinema. So hopefully it's not that hard. We'll see. Wonderful film, though. Really wonderful film. Saw it on the big screen last year for the first time in like a decade. Powerful. But what was the name of that film? And once played by Dwayne Johnson on film, the first recorded reference to which children's fantasy figure is from a newspaper article from 1907. Once played by Dwayne Johnson on film, the first recorded reference to which child's fantasy figure is from a newspaper article in 1907. That might be the hardest question. There's a few hard questions in there, guys. Forgive me. I know you're all good players, you're all good teams. I have to separate you somehow. And this is it sometimes. Making it a challenge. Question number 7. Smash the name of the film. Vander says how hard they are. So's mate. I like really cool films. Sorry. Yeah, no, they are. I've got a challenger. Some of them are easy. The next one I think is easier. If I remember correctly. We'll see. So take the name of that film and once played by Dwayne Johnson, the fantasy figure first made reference in 1907. Question number 8. Yeah, this one's easier. This film, you love it, you know it, you enjoy it. You think of these people as style icons. I mean, I certainly do. I wish I could pull off that hat/kerchief combo quite in the way that Sam Neill does. What I'm at. And combine the name of that film with a dog racing track features on the front cover of which 1994 Britpop album. A dog racing track features on the front cover of which 1994 Britpop album. Tell me, what is the name of it? I've also just finally paid attention to everyone's team names, and there's some really lovely ones. Beautiful to see. You've all smashed it. If I had to choose a winner, it would probably be Jack Lewis's Japanese Sniper on the Roof of Debenhams. Really great. You got to love it. That's superb. Absolutely superb. Also a big fan of Jenny's... normally they're best Fens forever, but now they're just Fens, but with a dot between the letters, like in Friends. Again, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So that's question number 8. Question number 9. This film, what a film. What a beautiful film. What a great film. What a cast. Superb. And There's Nothing Like a Dame and Happy Talk are both songs from Which Rodgers and Hammerstein musical? There's Nothing Like a Dame and Happy Talk are both songs from Which Rodgers and Hammerstein musical? Maybe this one's harder again. People are saying it's harder. Charlie in the chat, this is really hard this time, Lou. Struggle seat over here. Apologies. I love you, but apologies. These quizzes aren't always that hard. When I go back, I'll do another quiz next month. That's my plan. November, there'll be another quiz. Around this time. In the month, it will not be this hard. I promise that. for now, I can only apologise. If it helps, I think I'd get all these questions right. That's just me, though. That is just me. And, you'll probably come out of this learning something, which is important, I think. And Diego says in the chat, can you smell what Dwayne Johnson is cooking? Sadly not. And to be honest, I don't imagine he cooks a lot himself. I imagine he probably has a chef. Which is a shame. Because, he made it his catchphrase for a reason. What a guy. That's question number 9. And finally for this round, question number 10. I think this may be one, this is a slightly easy one. Or at least one where you can maybe work it out better. That movie, comedy film from a few years ago, very, very enjoyable. Classic comedy character, certainly, that you'll be aware of. And smash it together with, in the original French stories, which red-wearing character is known as Le Grand Chatroumphe. In the original French stories, which red-wearing character is known as Le Grand Chatroumphe. I think there's a lot of clues you can pick up there. You can think of a guy who's in red. You can work backwards. You can know the film. You can think, oh, whose name ends in that? You can work forwards. Both work. Both work either way. I believe in you. I believe you have the chance to do it. Nigel says, all aboard the struggle bus. Again, my polls. The future rounds, I think, are easier. But again, they might not be. But there's 10s in the first round. We'll see. And Diego says, if you've lost your sense of smell, you should get tested too. It's a very good point. I don't know if being able to smell Dwayne Johnson's cooking is the real litmus test to smell. But it might be, Diego. And I don't want to take that risk. And I don't think any of you should take a risk. Get yourself tested. If you can get a test, if you've not got a test that has already been used, or a test that's just being double counted for statistics reasons. It's happening out there. Look out for it. Okay, that's the end of that round. So please make sure you've answered every question. Make a guess. If you've got one half, which you might do, guess something for the other half. They smash together. You need both halves for the sweet, sweet point. Make sure you spell your team the exact same way you spelled it in the first round, because it'll make it so much easier for me when it comes to marking. Thank you. And then press submit. That'll come through, and we'll bloody love it. I'm going to give you 2 or 3 minutes once more to get some final answers. Try and get there. Think about it. I believe in you. And I'll see you in a couple of minutes. up. I'm back. Answers are coming in. Love to see it. And pretty good. You know, people were saying this was hard, but you've got some really smashing answers, which is great. I'm very impressed by your knowledge, as always. And I love when people just tell me how badly they're doing in each individual answer box. Sarah Edwards has done that a few times. Very enjoyable. Love it, Sarah, as always. Her team name is Fatima from Cyber. Very good. You're all great. You're smashing it. Some really good answers throughout. I think we're looking for like 2 more answer sheets. 36 teams. So like 3 more. The Kings of Fruit are the last people to have submitted. So if you've not submitted, submit. Pop it in so I can get on with the answers. I always worry that I'm behind anyway. But I think we're doing good time. Obviously, we started half an hour earlier than my normal quizzes tonight. And I still, I've not done that because I want to give myself an extra half an hour. Hopefully, we'll still be done by 10. Fingers crossed. No, we will be. We definitely will be. It's a Sunday night. We've all got work to do tomorrow, I'm sure. Even if, like me, you're just doing it at your kitchen table. We will see. Okay, I think everyone's in. Wonderful. Great job, everybody. Let's see what those answers then. Well, shall we? So, question number 1. That film, old Jack Nicholson as Jack Torrance in The Shining. And the Swedish actress, the mother of Italian actress Isabella Rossellini, is Ingrid Bergman. The correct answer, The Shining Ingrid Bergman. The Shining Ingrid Bergman. Lovely stuff. Question 2. Not the star of the show, but in many ways the star of the show. That is Garth from Wayne's World. He's just played a wonderful drum solo in that scene. He's looking very happy about it. The inimitable Dana Carvey. Odd that he's inimitable considering he imitates so many people, but still. And Cataclysm, Legion and Shadowlands are all expansion for which long-running game? That's World of Warcraft. The correct answer for question 2 is Wayne's World of Warcraft. Even better than normal Warcraft, as far as I'm concerned. Question number 3. This film. It was interesting finding a screenshot for this because it's literally the same 3 or 4 screenshots again and again. It's him going with the idol, but I thought I found a better one. The correct name for that film is Raiders of the Lost Ark. The Indiana Jones prefix didn't actually come in until Temple of Doom. You should know that. Come on. And Bill Clinton was the governor of which US state? It was Arkansas. The correct answer, Raiders of the Lost Arkansas. Or Arkansas, Question number 4. This film, there's old Jason Segel and everyone's fave, Paul Rudd, having fun at a Rush concert while Rashida Jones looks unhappy. It's a beautiful movie. Slapping the bass. We all love it. It's I Love You Man. And the football team who have been sponsored on the arms by Cola since the introduction of sleeve sponsors is Manchester United. The correct answer, I love you, Manchester United. Which is not true. I really hate them at the moment with every fibre of my being. You can get a late win with 3 beautiful goals against Newcastle, sure. But, should you be leaving it till the 86th minute? I don't think so. Some problems with the club at the moment. But, I love them in my heart. But, painful. But hey. Question number 5. This film, beautiful film by Leica Studios, who make wonderful stop-motion animated films. Really taking that art to the next level, I think, is Kubo and the Two Strings. And made entirely from ice, the feature of the solar system first seen by Huygens were the rings of Saturn. So the correct answer is Kubo and the Two Strings of Saturn. Kubo and the Two Strings of Saturn. I was very happy with that one. Question number 6. This film, for me, Christopher Nolan's finest, really just masterful storytelling. He doesn't go over top with like a car going backwards. I don't care that the car's going backwards. It's not that interesting. What I care about is this. I care about David Bowie as Nikola Tesla. It's great. That's the prestige. And the King of Britain, nicknamed Farmer. He was Farmer George. He's the 3rd longest ruling monarch of Britain. It's King George III, the Prestige George III. That's how I'm pronouncing it. Mine don't always run together in a nice sound-alike way as they do on Rohog. But what can you do? Still a fun question, still a fun answer. Question number 7. This film, this is probably the hardest film on there. It's by the director Georgios Lanthimos, who's a Greek director. This film is in Greek. You probably know him best from The Favourite, that Olivia Colman won an Oscar for. a couple of years ago, but he's made a series of generally disturbing films, including The Lobster, Killing of a Sacred Deer. But this, for me, is still his finest work. It's Dogtooth. It has the dad from Stathlet's Flats in it, which is really strange because he's quite sinister in the film in a way that he's really not in Stathlet's Flats. And played by Dwayne Johnson on film, the first recorded reference to the children's character from 1907. That's the Tooth Theory. So the correct answer is Dogtooth Theory. Dogtooth Theory. Great movie. Check it out. Question number 8. This film, hopefully you all got this one right. I can't imagine you didn't, but wonderful film. Probably my favourite film of all time. Loads of these are my favourite film of all time. It's cheating, but this probably is. I've seen it more than any other film. It's the best. Of course, that's still from Jurassic Park. And the dog racing track featured on the front cover of which Britpop album? That is Park Life by Blur. So the correct answer, Jurassic Park Life. Park Life. Question number 9. Probably my favourite Wes Anderson film. Yeah, probably. I love Wes Anderson. That is The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. The full title is With Steve Zissou, and you won't have got the smash unless you got the Steve Zissou element. There's Nothing Like a Dame and Happy Talk are both songs from which Rodgers and Hammerstein musical? They're from South Pacific. The correct answer, The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, South Pacific. Zissou, South Pacific. And question number 10. That film, finally, the legend that is Alan Partridge, finally on screen, the big screen, where he always belonged. They did it very, very well, I think. The name of the film is Alan Partridge, Alpha Papa. If you just put Alpha Papa, I'll still accept it. And the red-wearing character, known in French as Le Grand Schtroumpf, it's Papa Smurf. So the correct answer, Alan Partridge, Alpha Papa Smurf. Alan Partridge, Alpha Papa Smurf. Love those Smurfs. So that's the end of that round. Hope you all did well. Karen's happy you don't like Tenet. Cam says, personally, I liked Walking Backwards at the cinema. That is lovely. I mean, I don't know if I disliked it. There was stuff I appreciated in it, and I'd probably like to see it again. But yeah, I mean, it was silly, wasn't it? It wasn't. There's some stuff I really liked about it, but yeah, it wasn't great, was it? It's not saved cinema in quite the way it was supposed to, I think. Disappointing from Nolan. But anyway, you've all done very well there. Congratulations. So, what comes next? Third round, music round. The music round. I've not practiced this week's music round, and I think, if anything, that's going to make it better. We'll see. This is one of those ones where all of you in the chat will be like, I hate this. This sounds awful. And it will do, but that's kind of the point. So it's all right. Let's get to it. So round number 3, the music round. I call this Don't Blink. So this is very much inspired by something I've done for many years, and something that's very much enjoyed by my loved ones. And that is me singing the song I Miss You by Blink-182 in a ridiculous voice. I'm just doing an impression of Tom DeLonge. And it goes something like this. Hello there, the angel from my nightmare, the shadow in the background of the moor. That's how it goes. People enjoy it. Izzy particularly, so she thinks it's the best. And I can't disagree, it is wonderful. So, inspired by my doing that, I'm going to sing 10 more songs in the style of Tom DeLonge from Blink-182. It's going to be strange, it's going to sound strange. You know, it's very much in a similar vein to when I've done the club singer before. But its own unique, strange style, shall we say. We'll see how it works. It should be fine. So I'm going to sing some extracts of 10 songs. All of these songs have been number 1 singles. That's as high as you can get in the charts, the pop parade. And they've all been number 1 during my lifetime. So while I have been out there living my life since this time 30 years ago, these have been numero uno in the charts. I'm going to sing the song. You just have to tell me who had a number 1 with that song in my lifetime. That's it. That's as easy as it is. Hopefully it'll be a great laugh. We'll see. We'll see. So let me find my spreadsheet. Nigel says spooky for Halloween. It is spooky. Molly says please sing the spiders bit. That's the best bit. It's wet from all the spiders catching things, eating their insides. It sounds exactly like the record. I'm just doing a great impression, I think, of Tom DeLonge. Certainly it's a better impression than that cake of him from the first week of Bake Off the other week. You see that? That was strange. Swindle in the chat says, just the band. Yes, I need the artist or the band or whoever, not the song. Most of the songs I think will be obvious if you can understand what I'm saying. We'll hope. Let me get the songs up. And remember, I've not practiced any of these. These are all fresh. Okay, this first one I think was this. This wasn't number one when I was born, because that was "Show Me Heaven" by Maria McKee. But this song, first song, quickly followed up. So here, in the style of Tom DeLonge, are 10 hit songs. Here's your first one. I need a little time to think it over. I need a little space just on my own. I need a little time to find my freedom. I need a little... That's your first bit. That's all you're getting for that one. I need a little time to think it over. I need a little space just on my own. There you are. Hope you enjoyed it. That's number one. Name that group. Quite fun doing it in the style of Blink-182, because I'd say that my favourite band's two biggest influences are Blink-182 and this band. So, the melting pot, please. That's number one. Hope you enjoyed that. What's the reviews in the chat? Alistair says, we all know you have Tom DeLonge tied on the table. I mean... He'd probably be okay with that, because he loves aliens and shit. It would be spooky if he was under there. You never know. That's question number one. Let's move to question number two. Name. I mean, all of these just say name the artist. So it's did I need to put the effort in of making these? I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. Where's my sheet? Here it is. Okay, this is number two. Nobody told me you'd feel so good. Nobody said you'd be so beautiful. Nobody warned me about your smile. You're the light when I close my eyes. I'm colorblind. That was number two. I'll do it again. Nobody told me you'd feel so good. I'll just give you that line. It's a classic. What a hit. What a hit that song is. Jack Wilson says exhausted. You or me, mate. Both. Don't say I don't put effort in for this. Don't say that I'm not constantly finding ways to get around YouTube's nefarious algorithms. It's very much my hope that when we do this in a month's time for the second quiz, I'm going to have actual musicians that can come in and do it, who are talented. Sadly, that's not me. Adams just said, I've just clocked that you were alive when the USSR was still alive. True, mate, I was. Great days. Back in the USSR. So that was number two. What was that song? That was a number one in about 2002, 2003, if I had to guess. Okay, number three. Okay, this was a number one in about 2010, 2011. The sun goes down, the stars come out, and all that counts is here and now. My universe will never be the same. I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came. Spot on. This is exactly what it would sound like if Tom DeLonge covered these songs. Swindle says, you're defo getting copyrighted here. These are too good. Thank you, mate. I try and make this fun, and I know it's stupid, and I know it sounds awful, and I apologise for that, but, hopefully we're having a laugh. Hopefully we're having a laugh. That's what it's about. I feel self-conscious, but, if you're enjoying it, give me a thumbs up. Let me know. Hopefully neighbours can't hear. They probably can. So that was number... I've not changed the thing, have I? No, I have. That was number three. Phew. That was number three. Number four. This is a number one from about 2004, I would guess. Yeah, it is. And to be honest, this one is the most like actual Tom DeLonge. So we'll see. Don't be mad, please stop the hating. Just be glad that they'll be waiting. Friends we have are ever changing now. The lid's about to blow and the Thunderbirds are go. I mean, that sounds exactly like the group. That was spot on. That was absolutely spot on. Am I a genius? Yeah, you've got to say probably. Probably, yeah. Probably. It's likely. Jack Rutherford says, this is great, but also terrifying and scary. That is what I like to do with my life, Jack, so thank you very much. Harry says, fun fact, Lewis was alive at the same time as Winston Churchill. You can't prove me wrong. I can't prove you wrong. It sounds possible. It sounds likely. Can't be sure. So that's number 4. A hit from about 2004. Again, these are all very rough. Okay. Some of these songs I don't even know that well, but I've just got the lyrics and hopefully I can capture them. So we're going to move on to number 5. This was a number 1 recently. Maybe the last 2 years. And in fact, I think this is the best-selling song of the millennium. Since the turn of the millennium, I think this is the best-selling song, according to the UK chart company, and they do wonderful work over there. Okay. Girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab my waist, now put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. Now I've said it in that style. It's not unlike Tom's verses on Feeling This from the self-titled Blink-182. Clearly there's value here. Maybe a musicological study could be done into this phenomena. We don't know. So I'd say that's probably a number 1 from 2017, 2018. And yeah, big seller. I think it's the second best selling song of all time, maybe. Diego says, one time Ellie and I cleared the dance floor at a party playing Tom DeLonge's I Miss You verse 10-hour loop on the speakers. Superb. I once cleared the dance floor playing S Club 7's Don't Stop the Music. Don't Stop Moving at my ex-girlfriend's 18th birthday party back in 2008. And I still don't understand it. It was a bop. I think everyone there was just trying to be too cool. Me and Stephen Hughes went, you know what? The people want to hear this. We put it on, and people were not bothered. But I'd have been up there, if I wasn't DJing, I'd been just probably doing the robot like Bradley in the video. Harry says, fun fact, Lewis is as old as minestrone soup. Possible. I don't know the age on minestrone. It could be new. Do you know ciabatta was invented in 1982? Ciabatta bread. Yeah, I could be as old as minestrone. I wouldn't be surprised. Charlie says, Hat says I sound like Demi Lovato. Beautiful. That's very kind. I think I sound a bit more like her twin sister Poot. Jack says Charlie Chaplin and 50 Cent are alive at the same time. Now that's surprising. Very true. And Elliot says he's glad it's being recorded for YouTube for posterity. You're welcome. And Harry says he didn't say whose minestrone soap it was. A very good point. Keep your soup fresh. That's what I say as an expert soup maker. If you want a soup recipe, hit me up. That's what I'm good for. Let's move to question number 6. This was a number 1 in about 2002. I remember Craig Lansdale really liked it. Or hated it. I can't remember. But I remember talking to Craig about it. From what I can see, Craig has no social media presence now. So I hope he's well. Great guy. One of my oldest friends. I've not seen him in probably about 12 years. Craig, wherever you are. Hope you're well. But here's this song. Baby cakes, you just don't know how I like it down low. And I just want you to know that I think our love will grow. Cause we'll take it step by step because I'm not something that you own. Beautiful. What a song. You just don't get hits like that anymore. And you don't get them sung by people like me. And that's the shame. What are you going to do? What you going to do? I keep doing the thing where I skip up like that, and when I do that, I think it makes my window small in the corner. My apologies. I'll try not. I know you guys want a big window. Important to have a big window. Boop. Just having a look at the round 2 answers as well. Everyone's having a lovely time. Some great answers for a round that people complain about the difficulty. You know, you bloody smashed it, guys. So I don't know what you're moaning about. She's moaners. That's just who you are. A lot of people have put Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I'm going to have to allow that, despite the fact I hate it. But if I could give bonus points to the people that just put Raiders of the Lost Ark, I would, because you are good. Good people. I've got distracted by marking. My apologies. Let's go on to the next one. Number 6. That's what I just did. Number 7 it is. Okay, got it. So who had a number 1 with this song in my lifetime? We're talking away. I don't know what I'm to say. I'll say it anyway. Today's another day to find you. Shine away. I'm coming for your love, okay? Spot on. Fantastic. Who sang that? Who had a number 1 with that in my lifetime? Who did? A lot of... I can hear me singing coming through the walls. Bit too much, bit too rich for my blood. But again, everyone's doing really well. It's so good. Moaning this hard and smashing it. That's just what you guys do. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. So number 8. Question number 8. Okay. I'm giving you everything, all the joy can bring. Yes, I swear. And all that I want from you is the promise you will be there. Yeah, I want you. A great song. I'm sure you'll agree. I'm sure you agree with my performance there of it. Will says he loves this round. And Dan has sent me a message to point out that he's got the trick of one of the questions, which is lovely. Well done, Dan Pratt. And Will says he loves this round. As long as he's the one person that loves it, as long as one person loves it, I'm happy. Then it wasn't a waste of time. I just try and come up with new wrinkles, new ways around it. So that was number 8. Okay, number 9. 2 left. Number 9. Who sang this? Slap inside the eye of your mind. Don't you know that you might find a better place to play? You said that you had never been, but all the things that you'd seen slowly fade away. I'm thinking of these. I'm getting better at these as I go on. Rodri says he loves how much I'm getting into it, which is great. Cam's loving it. Charlie says he wants every round done like this. Vander says this is the best one so far. Thank you, you're kind guys. I'm only here for your your praise. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here for your praise and the money. If you're not donated, you can do that anytime. Both are good. Both are important. Both are nice. So that's question number 9. I hope that was an easier one. I think it was. And question number 10. This was number 1 about 2008, and a song that I've sung before in this quiz. And again, one that suits this style, I think. Your last one, number 10. Closed off from love, I didn't need the pain. Once or twice was enough, and it was all in vain. Time starts to pass, before you know it, you're frozen. Oh, but something happened for the very first time with you. My heart melts in the ground, found something true. And everyone's looking around thinking I'm going crazy. People definitely are looking around thinking I'm going crazy at the moment for this round, I think. But there we are. I enjoyed it. That was fun. Those are your 10 songs. So, answer every question. Put your team name in correctly. Press submit. I'm only looking for the artists, so guess artists that have been popular in the last 30 years, or some that had one-hit wonders in that time, if you want. skip back if you need to. Blink 18 Lou is a lovely bit of business from Rodri in the chat. So I think that is everything. I'm going to give you a couple more minutes for the music round in case you are skipping back. So it'll be about 3 or 4 minutes. We'll be back with the answers. And yeah, I hope you're having fun. Because I've not mentioned it yet, big shout outs for the music that you're hearing tonight. So some of the music is from my very good friend and the handsome man, Daniel Penner from New York City. I've got some music from Adam Evans from Haverhill, thank you very much. And I've got some music that's just that French noise that people like. So, a mix of sounds for you all. So I'll be back in 2 or 3 minutes with the answers, and then we'll have the break for half time. See you in a second.
Down the streets of gold, and I've seen the thoughts of those you'll never know. I carry wisdom that you can't ignore. I'm not a prophet, no, but I've seen my words unfold before. And I've seen the cities crushed beneath the flood. Each other's blood.
down the streets of gold, and I've seen the thoughts of those you'll never know. I carry wisdom that you can't ignore. I'm not a prophet, no, but I've seen my words unfold before.
Hello, I am back. I thought I'd give you an extra minute or two there, because, hey, you want to go back and enjoy the sweet, sweet sounds that are me singing. I do have a better singing voice than the one that I was using there for humorous effect, and it's very important to me that you know that. Extremely important. Okay, I think I'm looking for about 2 or 3 more to come back. So if you want to pop those in as soon as you can, I'd appreciate it. So 34 in, and total number of teams is 37. So about 3 of you left. If you can get those in ASAP, I would appreciate that. I hope you had fun. I've had fun, and that's the main thing, right? It's my birthday. As long as I'm having fun, it's my party, and I can cry if I want to, as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to quickly run through the answers now. Then we'll have about 10-minute break up to about 1:45. If you get a drink, have a waz, have something to eat, have a smoke, whatever you're into, and then we'll come back with the last 2 rounds. I think we're doing decent pace, considering. We'll see. We will see. I hope. Fingers crossed. Okay, are they all in? I think we're probably looking for maybe 1 or 2. So if you've not got them in, pop them in. I can't work out who has and who hasn't at the moment, which is annoying. But hey, okay, I think that's everyone. Harry says, "Why does your fridge talk the most political sense out of anyone else in this country?" Good point, Harry. But also you should see some of the other things that it says, because it doesn't. Cam says, "The team is concerned for your plant being wrapped in plastic." That was just how it was for when it got sent, Cam. I am going to remove the rest, but I don't want to. I haven't got a proper pot to put it in yet. It's a work in progress. The plant is going to be fine. It is in the warmest / brightest part of the house. We're hoping that works. We'll see. Okay, let's take a look at these answers, shall we? Quiz. There I am. I'm in the corner. I will talk you through the lyrics, I think, these rather than sing them again. So number 1. So that was, I need a little time to think it over. Need a little space, just on my own. That was A Little Time by the wonderful, fantastic, brilliant, beautiful South. Paul Heaton and that lot. I need a little time. It's how I'd normally sing it. So the beautiful South was the correct answer to question number 1. Question number 2, the lyrics there were, "Nobody said you'd feel so good. Nobody'd warn me you said it was beautiful." Basically, you make me colourblind. That's the main lyric. And that was by Darius Dinesh. Came to fame during Pop Stars, when he did that weird version of "Hit Me Baby One More Time." And then he came 3rd in Pop Idol behind Gareth Gates and Will Young. And then he had a hit number 1 with Colourblind. I believe he also went on to go and star as Billy Flynn in the West End, as in Chicago. But otherwise, not so many pop hits, but seems like a lovely man. Question number 3, that was "The Stars Go Out." The sun goes down, the stars go out, etc. That was "I'm Glad You Came." Glad You Came by The Wanted, the pro-female pleasure anthem by them. Great bunch of lads. One of them's on Dancing now. He was on The Dancing last night. Best of luck to him. So that was number 3, "Glad You Came." Question number 4, "Don't be mad, please stop the hating. Just be glad that they'll be waiting." The closest band to Blink-182 in these songs that I sung, that was "Thunderbirds Are Go" by Busted. I think Charlie from Busted got quite a good voice, but certainly James from Busted does sing in a very "I'm pretending that I'm in Blink-182 voice. And that's why he had the least success away from Busted when he was in... what were they called? They'd hit with Ticket to Loserville or something like that. Sophie's texted me and said, "Everyone knows Darius doesn't have a last name. I will accept just Darius. There's not been a lot of Dariuses. You don't need the Dinesh." And I think he might have just released the single under Darius anyway, but either way, you're fine. Question number 5. Girl, You Know I Want Your Love was handmade for somebody like me. It's the best-selling song of this millennium. It's Shape of You by Ed Sheeran, or as Alfred always calls him, Ed Sheeran. Still unsure why he pronounces it like that, but always a pleasure to hear it. Question number 6, Baby Cakes, you just don't know. An easy one, it was Baby Cakes, and that was by Three of a Kind. Maybe a slightly harder one for people that weren't massively into the charts in about 2002, 2003. A great one-hit wonder. Number 7, we're talking away, I don't know what, and I'll say it anyway. Today's another day for you, shying away. I'm coming for your love, okay? This was a little trick question for you. Helen says she's a dick and didn't present. Helen, present, it's fine, I trust you. It was a little trick question. Of course, that song is Take On Me. Take On Me, most famously, is by a-ha. a-ha did not have a number 1 with it during my lifetime. I'm not that old. I'd have to be like 35 or something. But who did have a number 1 with it in about the year 2000? It was A1. 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 I tricked you. I'm sorry that I tricked you. I hope you'll forgive me. The correct answer was A1. Ben, he had curtains. There was a Nordic member. They were great. I can't remember any of the other songs, but hopefully you guys remembered it. Dan Pratt remembered it, and that's the main thing. Question number 8. That was I'm Giving You Everything, or The Joy Can Bring. Yes, I swear. I give you everything. For me, it's the best song, probably by one of the best groups of all time. That was Say You'll Be There by the Spice Girls. You knew it was by the Spice Girls. The singer Mo has a wonderful cover of that. Really, really good. So that's the Spice Girls. Number 9, Slip Inside the Ivory Mine. Don't you know you might find a better place to play? It's by the most overrated band of all time, Oasis. Don't Look Back in Anger. I like Oasis fine. I grew up listening to a lot of Oasis. I like Oasis, but I find it really weird when people like 10 years younger than me really love Oasis. Like the last time Oasis had a good song was when you were 4. That's weird, man. Crazy. It's only Oasis. They're not the Beatles. They wish they were, but they weren't. So the answer to question number 9, Oasis. And number 10, Close Off From Love, I Didn't Need the Pain. A hit. It's such a massive hit. It's such a good song. And it really suits a sort of pop-punk rendition. That was number 10, Bleeding Love by Leona Lewis. A smash hit for the ages. Okay, so that took a little longer than I expected. My polls. So we'll still take 10 minutes. So we'll come back at 10 to, so 10 to 9, 2050 to 2050 hours. Is that how they say it in the military? I don't know. So yeah, back in about 10 minutes. I will see you then for the second half. Love you.
The curtain's still lowered, it's just before dawn. I'm standing here wondering I've waited so long. By the time the clock strikes 6, I'll be somewhere far, far away. No matter all the tears you shed when you asked me to stay. Went to the doctor, said I don't feel so good. My temperature's high and I'm misunderstood. But he said, son, you know I'm not that kind of doc, but I know just what to do. And if you thought for a second, I think you know it too. Said, Father, I've sinned. I've spent my whole life living out on the fringe. But he said, son, you know, well, that's not a sin, but I know just how you feel. Yeah. I think you should go out and
something real. So go ahead and wipe that sad look from your eyes. I'm a magic man, you know, you shouldn't be so surprised. I've had a lot of practice, so really there's nothing to fear. Won't all of you please sit back, relax, and watch me disappear? Yesterday I spoke to the delivery man. I told him I'm running as far as I can. He said, son, I don't really know you, but I hope you find what you're looking for. And if you gotta go, you ought to do it with style, you know. Yeah, so go ahead and wipe that sad look from your eyes. I'm a magic man, you know, you shouldn't be so surprised. No, I've had a lot of practice, so really there's nothing to fear. So all of you please sit back, relax, and watch me disappear. Yeah, so all of you please sit back, relax, and watch me disappear. The curtain's still lowered, it's just before dawn. I'm standing here wondering I've waited so long. By the time the clock strikes 6, I'll be somewhere far, far away. No matter all the tears you shed when you asked me to stay. I went to the doctor, said I don't feel so good. My temperature's high and I'm misunderstood. But he said, son, you know I'm not that kind of doc, but I know just what to do. And if you thought for a second, I think you know it too. I went to the preacher, said, Father, I've sinned. I spent my whole life living out on the fringe. But he said, son, you know, well, that's not a sin, but I know just how you feel. Yeah. I think you should go out and find something real. So go ahead and wipe that sad look from your eyes.
watch me disappear. Yesterday I spoke to the delivery man. I told him I'm running as far as I can. He said, son, I don't really know you, but I hope you find what you're looking for. And if you gotta go, you ought to do it with style, you know. Yeah, so go ahead and wipe that sad look from your eyes. I'm a magic man, you know, you shouldn't be so surprised. No, I've had a lot of practice, so really there's nothing to fear. So all of you please sit back, relax, and watch me disappear. Yeah, so all of you please sit back, relax, and watch me disappear. The curtain's still lowered, it's just before dawn. I'm standing here wondering I've waited so long. By the time the clock strikes 6, I'll be somewhere far, far away. No matter all the tears you shed when you asked me to stay.
Hey, what's up? We're back for the second half. I hope you're enjoying yourself, enjoying your life. You enjoyed your break. I did. What's in the chat? Jess says, can I make you feel a bit young, Lewis? I actually have a pair of boots that are older than you. My pleasure. Superb. I hope. It sounds like a wonderful boot. Tell me more about it, Jess. Sounds great. Fantastic. Cam just saying that he was worried about my pineapple, but he wants me to have a tasty pineapple. I hope I will. Jack says, other surprising people who are alive at the same time, Orville Wright and Neil Armstrong. Both aviation pioneers. Jess says, got A, and then I laughed, half a point. Oh, I wish. Also, that is part of the fun of that question, that AHA and A1 are similar. And it was a hole that many of you fell down. But some absolute popaholics amongst you have done very, very well. There's some good scores out there. I think there's only one perfect score as it stands. And a couple teams that have only dropped a couple. So it's tight. It's tight at the top. Well done, you all. We'll just get to the second half. Why the hell not? It's a good time to, as any. Now we're in the second half, to get to the second half of the questions. Round 4 comes next. It's the fourth round. That's why I call it round 4. It makes sense, I think. And it's a sort of round that, I kind of do something different every time because I think that's fun. I like to mix it up. I like to change things. So I've got a fun sort of round, I think, kind of along a vibe I've done before. Hopefully one you will enjoy. Let's see what it is. I have called it Keiko Bako. This is because this is a thing that Danny Dyer says a lot on The Wall. I don't know if you've seen The Wall. I don't think it's a particularly good quiz show, but it's an interesting quiz show. It's a quiz show that keeps me watching. It's a quiz show I have fun with, even though I have so many problems with a lot of the format points. But the thing that really glues it together, the thing that makes it work, is Danny Dyer being extremely cockney, wearing a double-breasted suit, saying phrases like "Keiko Bako," and things like, "There are two things you need to know about the wall. Green is good, red is bad." And like it's deep. It's interesting, it's beguiling. But I've just called it that because this round is about cockneys. And about cockney rhyming slang, to be specific. So I'm going to give you an example of how this is going to work. Here it is, example. So I'm going to give you a question like this. An easy one. Some of these will be harder, some of them will be a bit more complex. But I'll give you an easy question like, what can be described as a set of steps leading from one floor of a building to another, typically inside the building? You know that is stairs. So that's the answer. But you're not going to give me that answer. You're going to give me the cockney rhyming slang for that answer. So the correct answer would be apples and pears. Get it? You get it? You understand it? We've done similar rounds like this before, maybe with French or other ones where I ask you to replace one word with a different word. To kind of help you out in case you're completely unaware of cockney rhyming slang, in the description for this round on the Google form, I have given you a brief glossary of some terms in cockney rhyming slang. Some of these will pop up, so you're kind of allowed to use it to search through if you want, like I've done with like postcode rounds and stuff before. If you can get away with not using it, I think that'd be great. It'd be really good if you could not use it. But I try and challenge yourself to not use it first, but then if not, take a look through that list, see if you can find something that makes sense. In some of these questions, there will be answers where I want you to only change one word to the cockney rhyming slang. The rest, there's not really a cockney rhyming slang version of it. You just keep that as it is, but you'll change a little bit of it. You'll get it as we go along. It'll be fun. We'll have a good old cockney knees up of a time. I hope. We'll see. Yeah, we will. Okay, so question number 1. No matter how hard I try, you keep pushing me aside is the opening lyric of which 1998 Cher single, the year's best seller in the UK. No matter how hard I try, you keep pushing me aside is the opening lyric of which 1998 Cher single, the year's bestseller in the UK. And notice when I read that there, I accidentally dropped the H on hard. I went cockney because I know that I'm in that cockney zone. I said no matter how hard I try. But no, there is an H in there, and I believe Cher did enunciate correctly. I didn't. I apologise. But take the name of that song and cockneyize it. Turn it, put it through the cockney machine and give me the answer in cockney. Jess says the boots are suede with a Cuban heel. Sound wonderful, Jess. Great work. And Mol says she loves a green ball, which is what Danny Dyer loves. Green is good. Green balls are good. He does seem to have like a slight eroticism, but not all the time. It's confusing. It's strange. It's enjoyable. There's no doubt about that. Also, I meant to check exactly how many players we have tonight. 118. Pretty good. Delighted to have you all here. Thank you very much for coming. That's really good. Really good numbers. Really good turnout. So thank you. Moved. As always. Thank you. And remember, if you've not donated yet, you can at any point. paypal.me/LJ47. Couple of quid, like you bought me a pint. That'd be perfect. So that's question number 1. That song by Cher. What is it? Turn it into its cockney version. Question number 2. Persephone, Demeter, and Hestia are all goddesses from which mythology? Persephone, Demeter, and Hestia are all goddesses from which mythology? Do you know? I think this might be one of the ones that isn't on the Greek cheat sheet that I've given you. There's a few on there that are more obtuse, maybe. So I've not told you exactly what they are. I apologise for that. But you needed maybe a couple on there to really test your knowledge, see if you know some stuff. But a lot of them are there on the Cockney sheet. So do what you can. Do what you can. I'll try and help you out as we go through as well, because I'm worried I've made it too hard for you, or at least the loud minority that says it's too hard. I kid, you're doing great. So that's question number 2. Persephone, Demeter, and Hestia, all goddesses from which mythology? Just a one-word answer I'm looking for there, really, and then have that turned into the old cockney. Question number 3. Which broad culinary term comes from the anglicisation of a Tamil word meaning sauce? What broad culinary term comes from the anglicisation of a Tamil word meaning sauce? Of course, sauce, another word you would hear a lot in Cockney. Sauce. I don't know if they have a Cockney rhyming slang for it, but certainly, you know, Danny Dyer on the wall loves saying sauce. And of course, my hero, Greg Wallace, also says sauce. He always says, "That is crying out for a sauce." Similar legends, edgy legends. Greg was 56 yesterday, so, you know, older than me. But glad to have a near birthday to such a man. Though currently on Instagram he keeps just posting topless pictures of himself because, like, he's working out, and, like, I respect it, and it's great that he's done so well. But, you know, don't always need to see that egg skeleton of a man semi-nude. That's what I'd say. Mum says it in the chat. Crying out for a sauce. That's number 3. What broad culinary term comes from the anglicisation of a Tamil word meaning sauce? And I've used broad there because, you know, it's a word that we use, but it means very different things in different cultures. But hopefully you get it. It's a classic bit of Cockneyism for sure. And also for a lot of these, I will accept sort of the shortened version of the Cockney answer, because a lot of, you take the rhyme and then you take the word that's associated with the rhyme, that's the word you use. You can give me that one word or you can give me the 2 words, both fine for most of these. And I'll talk you through when it comes to the answers what's, you know, sort of acceptable. So question number 4. This is one where you only need to change one word in the answer, leave the other word. Whoopi Goldberg played lounge singer Dolores Van Cartier in which 1992 comedy film later turned into a musical? Whoopi Goldberg played lounge singer Dolores Van Cartier in which 1992 comedy film later turned into a musical? So that's a 2-word answer. Change one of those words into its Cockney rhyming slang. So it could either be a 3-word answer or just a 1-word there that you replace it with. Hope that's not too complicated. I'm sure you get it. You're very clever people. Nigel says, where is the lamb sauce? It's a great question, Nigel. Mint. That goes with lamb, right? That's the main sauce. I've never been a lamb man myself. Respect it. Respect the lamb. But when I worked at Sainsbury's, there was a lot of lamb, particularly around Easter, and it just whole legs of lamb just trundling along, just with 2 legs of lamb, like a berserker, using them as weapons. It sort of put me off. Too much, baby. So that's number 4. Whoopi Goldberg played lounge singer Dolores Van Cartier in which 1992 comedy film later turned into a musical. Remember, not all of it needs to be changed into Cockney, but the word that's a common Cockney word that you can use, you can change that into Cockney. Get those points. Question number 5. Juliana Margolis starred as attorney Alicia Florrick in 7 seasons of which US legal drama broadcast on More 4. Juliana Margolis starred as attorney Alicia Florrick in 7 seasons of which US legal drama broadcast on More 4. I believe it's also got a spin-off, which is also broadcast on More 4. I've not seen either, but I've heard great things of both. Nil-nil between Leicester and Villa. Interesting. Though my defender's not playing, so I don't really care. 7 yellows, that is a lot. That is a lot, isn't it? That's question number 5. This is another one where there's only really one word, the last word, that you can change into a common Cockney phrase. Cockney phrase. That's how they'd say it, I think. So they love a sing-song. That's question number 5. Question number 6. Which pair of body parts contain 52 bones between them, making up around 1/4 of all the bones in the adult human body? Which pair of body parts contain 52 bones between them, making up around 1/4 of all the bones in the adult human body? That's a lot of bones, baby. David Lewis says, I don't know any Cockney slang. Use the link I've given you, David. You can help yourself out. In the description, in the top of the Google form that you're using, there's a link. It gives you a glossary of terms, and you can use that to help yourself out. You're still going to need to know the answers to the questions a lot of the times, and there's a couple of things where the Cockney isn't there. But because I know that so many of you aren't Cockneys, you're from the north, I thought I'd give you a boost. Of course, I'm not a Cockney. I come from a place full of Cockneys, but no, it's not actually where Cockneys are. Just oddly Cockney. It's an oddly Cockney area. Sophie says, fucking best round. I'm on to a winner. If Little Child's enjoying it, then we're good. Love to her and all of those legends at the Blue Moon. So that's question number 6. Question number 7. Reaching only 24 in the UK singles chart, but going on to have greater fame through its use in films like Shrek, which band had a hit with All Star in 1999. Shrek reaching only 24 in the UK singles chart, but going on to have greater fame through its use in films like Shrek, which band had a hit with All Star in 1999. You know it, you love it. Jack says there's a link in the Bugle Dorm Google form. A lovely bit of business from Swindle. It's what he's good at. Rhymes. The man loves a rhyme. A pun, a rhyme. It's his bread and butter. I don't know what Cockney for bread and butter is, or I'd say it. Bread and butter, flutter? I don't know. It's an interesting, area. Cockney. It's just a theme tune of Only Fools and Horses forever. That's what I like to think of. Or the theme tune to Minder, another Cockney Legend song. That's question number 7. So this is a 2-word answer. Only one of those words needs to be changed into Cockney. Reaching only 24 in the UK singles chart, but going on to have greater fame through its use in films like Shrek, which band had a hit with All Star in 1999. Question number 8. Which word can mean both to assume a horizontal position on a supporting surface and also mean a mistruth or falsity? What word can mean both to assume a horizontal position on a supporting surface and also mean a mistruth or falsity? Bit more root one with that one. I think of the Cockney rhyming slang, this is probably the one that you're most likely to use just casually without even thinking about it. Maybe I'm just thinking too much about, my own Cockney life. That's question number 8. Which word can mean both to assume a horizontal position on a sporting surface and also mean a mistruth or falsity? Question number 9. Which character from The Clangers gave its name to a Scottish rock band who reached number 5 in 1990 with I'm Free, which I believe was a cover of a Rolling Stones song? Which character from The Clangers gave its name to a Scottish rock band who reached number 5 in 1990 with I'm Free? I'm free, do what I want in your time. Just noticed that everyone's phone numbers, when you gave me your phone numbers at round 1, have done so without, there's no 0 at the front because of formatting issues. You expect better of Google sometimes. You expect them to know, to understand. But they don't. And that's the shame. Plain text. I've sorted it. It's all fine. Thanks, Google Forms. Sponsor of tonight, Google Forms. Couldn't do without them. So that's number 9, the character from The Clangers who gives its name to a Scottish rock band. And finally for this round, question number 10, what name is commonly given to the small silver coins that the Queen hands out to the elderly the day before Good Friday? What name is commonly given to the small silver coins that the Queen hands out to the elderly the day before Good Friday? It's a alliterative term. So, of course, you're changing one of the words. It won't be alliterative anymore because of the Cockneys. They were using this language to get around talking in prisons, I think, something like that. It's a fascinating thing. I think we're making good time. We should easily be done by by 10, depending how quickly the last round goes. We'll see. We'll see. I'm really happy with the last round. I think it's a fun one. A little twist on my normal last round, I think. Okay, so that's question number 10. What name is given to the silver coins given by the Queen to the elderly? Change one of the words in the answer to its Cockney format, and we'll be done. So that's the questions in round number 4. So as always, answer every question, make a guess. You've got that cheat sheet of the Cockney terms. You can use that. Please do. Try and get the correct answer. Spell your team name correctly. Vital. You've done so well so far with that. Thank you very much, everyone. I've had no problems at all sorting out the teams and working out who's winning, which is great. And then press submit. It'll come through to us, and we will love it. I'm going to give you, let's say, 5 minutes, so till 1:45 to get your answers in. And I'll see you in a second. Hello, I'm back. Hope you're having fun. I am. Just still moved, awed by the number of you here. Very kind, very lovely. Great to see you all. I think I'm still looking for about 6 more answer sheets for those answers. So do what you can. And as I said, for quite a few of these, there's going to be a few options for answers. If anyone's got problems, pop them in the chat, and I'll go. No, I accept that. But there's a couple where there's a bit of variation, but from what I can see, you're pretty good. You're pretty good. I'm impressed by you all, as I always am. And yeah, there's ones where you've put stuff together nicely. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, we're at 37. Is that the magic number? No, I think we're still waiting for 2 more. Get them in, whoever you are, wherever you are. Thank you very much to Elliot, who's just sent me a donation. What a guy, a hero, a lovely man. A pleasure to know him. We do Elliot's in my online quiz league team, and every week he writes a frankly astonishing pre-match preview. It's a work of art. Every single time it just blows me away. Insane level of detail and really quite specific research, bordering on stalking, of our opponents. Really wonderful. Heroic. I love to see it. Okay, I think we've pretty much got everyone in. I hope. Yeah. We'll see. I'll take these answers. Keiko Bako. Cam says, what are you eating? I did have a bit of cake in the break. I think there's still some knocking around my mouth. My apologies to the misophoniacs out there. My mum made me a quite incredible carrot cake for my birthday. Really good. She's very good. She's very, very good. She didn't save any for Mel though, so apparently Mel's put out. But he's a big baby. So let's look at the answers here, shall we? So question number 1. No matter how hard I keep pushing me outside. Can't break free. Oh, I got 5 from Cam as well. Thank you very much, Cam. Hero. Love all of the minty chocolate crew. Great to have them in the quiz as always. So yeah, question number 1. That, of course, was you believe in life after love? Share. Believe. But believe, you turn it into a Cockney. I don't believe it. I don't Adam and Eve it. So the correct answer for question number 1 is Adam and Eve. Toby's also made a donation and said you should get a pint up north. You could probably get 2 with what you've given Tobes. So thank you very much. Very kind man. A lovely man. I'm sad that I didn't get to see him when I was home over the summer, but soon. I'll see you. So yeah, Adam and Eve, the correct answer there. Question number 2. This is a slightly harder one, because I don't think it was on the list either. So this is a real tester for the real Cockneys out there. So Persephone, Demeter, and Hestia, all goddesses from which mythology? Obviously, they're all Greek. I think I even accidentally said Greek at the time. No one brought me up on it, but I think I did say Greek accidentally, and I got straight past it, even though it was all I was thinking about. I've also recently been playing the excellent Hades for the Switch. I'm very into Greek mythology at the moment. It's wonderful. But the Cockney for Greek is bubble and squeak. Bubble and squeak. Greek. He's a bubble and squeak. He's a bubble. I'll accept just bubble as well. Number 3. What broad culinary term comes from the Anglicization of the Tamil word meaning sauce? Of course, that's just curry. It's a broad term. Is there anything, is a katsu curry really anything like a chicken tikka masala? I don't know. And they're invented thousands of miles apart. But still, curry, that's a famous one, of course. Curry, Ruby Murray. We're going for a Ruby. Delicious. Got a donation from Jess. Thank you very much, Jess. Very, very kind. Wonderful human being. So Ruby Murray, either is acceptable. Question number 4. Whoopi Goldberg. This is the first one with a replacement and keeping the rest. So Whoopi Goldberg played lounge singer Dolores Van Cartier in which 1992 comedy film, later turned into a musical? Sister Act. I don't think there's any Cockney rhyming slang for is. There certainly is sister, so that becomes Skin and Blister Act. I'll also accept Skin Act because, of course, they tend to take away the rhyming part, but in case you put the full answer, skin and blister act, that's fine. Skin act, also totally fine. Yeah, there's a couple of those variations. We'll get to those. Number 5, Juliana Margolis starred as attorney Alicia Florrick in 7 seasons with US legal drama. That was The Good Wife. The Good, I don't think there's any real changes for those, but Wife, there certainly is. Wife, of course, becomes Trouble and Strife. The Good, Trouble and Strife. So if you put The Good Trouble, that's totally fine. The Good, Trouble and Strife, that's the full version as well. Question number 6. Which pair of body parts contain 52 bones between them, making up around 1/4 of all the bones in the human body? I saw a couple of odd guesses for this. I think someone put ears. And there's like 3 bones in each ear. Not 26. If you've got really bony ears, get yourself tested. There's a problem there. But the correct answer is feet. There are 52 bones in your feet, 26 in each. That's why, footballers get injured so much. And, of course, feet becomes plates of meat. Plates will be fine as well, but plates of meat is the full answer. Question 7. Reaching only 24 on the UK singles chart, but going to have greater fame in Shrek, which band had a hit with All Star in 1999? Wonderful band, but great song, we all love it. Smash Mouth. There's no Cockney for smash, as far as I believe, but mouth becomes north and south. So if you put Smash North, completely fine. Smash North and South, correct as well. Question number 8. What word can mean both to assume a horizontal position or a supporting device, and also a mistruth or falsity? I went a little bit route one with this question. Hope you find, of course, that is lie, to lie, or to tell a lie. And lie becomes pork pie, or more commonly porky. Porky or pie, pork pie, both are good. Question number 9. What character from the Clangers gave its name to a Scottish rock band who reached number 5 in 1990 with I'm Free? That was the Soup Dragon. Stranger one, I don't think there's Cockney for dragon, sadly. They didn't really need use of it. But Soup becomes Loop the Loop. So the correct answer is the Loop Dragon. I think I'll also just accept Loop, but Loop the Loop is the proper one. And lastly, what name is commonly given to the small silver coins that the Queen hands out to the elderly the day before Good Friday? Of course, the day before Good Friday is Maundy Thursday, so that should have helped you. The correct answer is the Maundy money. She gives little silver coins. It's a weird thing. They're in like a little bag. It's strange, but hey, that's tradition. Maundy is just Maundy. There's no Cockney rhyming slang for that. But money, there's loads of them. So the most common one is bread. So when you say, yeah, got some bread and honey, Maundy, bread and honey, money. I'd also accept milk, I think, because I think you can be milk and honey as well. But both are fine. So I'll check through those. As I said, if you've got any... Liz says she thought ears were really bony. Mate, have a look at your ears. You've got a nice ear, Liz. That'd be weird. It'd be weird. 52 is a lot. It is a lot. Let me see if anyone in the chat had any problem. Cam said Keiko Bako. It was Keiko Bako. Elliot says big up Quiz Shock. Shout out for big quick sock Sheffield as always. Harriet says, I want to see the cake. And Jack says cake retracted. I have not got it. I mean, it's mostly been eaten. But I've got a better picture of it, and I will put it on my Instagram story in a bit, in higher quality than just showing you it here. But I think everyone enjoyed that round, which is great. I enjoyed it. It's everyone. You got to have a fun old Cockney knees up of a time, and I think we did. So that's great. So well done. So finally, we move to the final round, which, as always, is the connections round. This round works as such. There are 10 questions, like every round. Questions 1 to 9 are pretty much general knowledge. However, all or part of the answer will combine in some sort of way. There's a slight twist to that to normal, but we'll go through it as we go. But yeah, basically there's something in each answer that combines, that connects, all relates in the same way, can all be featured in the same place, something like that. I'm going to give you 9 of those questions. Question number 10 is always, what is the connection? But it's slightly different this time. If you give me the connection, just the base answer, what is the connection? Where are all of these hidden words featured? I'll give you 1 point. But if you can give me a key line, a key phrase that suggests why I have chosen this as the connection, you'll get 6 points. There'll be bonus points if you get if you understand my meaning, basically. Because again, I needed something. You're all very good at quizzing, guys. I needed something to sort the wheat from the chaff. So if you can get my brain, if you can understand what's going on, you work out the connection, and then you give me the key phrase, why that's the connection, you'll get 5 bonus points. So, read my mind. I'm sure you can do it. So let's get going, shall we? With the connections round. Question number 1. Which French author is known as the father of science fiction for his novels Journey to the Centre of the Earth, 2000 Leagues Under the Sea, and Around the World in 80 Days? Of course, he did other ones such as Robo the Sub. What was Robo? No, he was like a flying guy, wasn't he, Robo? And he did The Mysterious Island. Lots of fun. Started sci-fi back in the 1900s. What was his name? Give me his name to get a sweet, sweet point. Emily's asked a question about the way they answer it. Didn't realise. I'll take a look at. I've not looked at the answers yet, Emily. I'll try and make something work for you. Don't worry. If you didn't understand it, then it's my fault. But I'll take a look at your answers and I'll do the best for you. Don't you worry. A lot of people retracting in the chat. Love to see always love to see the retractions. And Team Retraction. They're doing great work. So that's question number 1. Give me the French author, the father of science fiction, whose novels include those wonderful works. I'm sure you've seen plenty of adaptations of them. Question number 2. What word meaning the shining of a smooth surface follows at twilight's last in the second line of the Star-Spangled Banner? What word meaning the shining of a smooth surface follows at the twilight's last in the second line of the Star-Spangled Banner? Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early night? Regarding the Maundy bread and honey, Dan says bees and honey, also widely accepted, and yes, I'll accept that. Basically, if the word that you've given me, because Cockney rhyming slang, while we know it to be these very individual words, a lot of the time it is, context specific and can be different variations, and that's where new ones come in. So yeah, as long as the word that you've given me following Maundy is a word that commonly comes before honey, and honey in a phrase, then I'll give you the point. I'm going to walk from my magic water bottle. I know Alistair is a big fan of seeing me drink from my water bottle. He thinks it sort of gives me magic powers. And I think he might be right. He might well be right. That's question number 2. What word follows at the twilight's last in the Star-Spangled Banner? Question number 3. The most dominant chess champion in history in terms of ELO rating, specifically his ELO rating above the second place chess champion, which US Grandmaster fought a bitter rivalry with Boris Spassky during the height of the Cold War. Our old friend, the Cold War. The most dominant chess champion in history in terms of ELO rating, which US Grandmaster fought a bitter rivalry with Boris Spassky during the height of the Cold War. I've just got that song in my head. It's such a tune. The old Star-Spangled Banner. Such a banger. Star-Spangled Banger. That's obviously what they should call it. So that's number 3. Who was that dominant chess champion? Fought a bitter rivalry with Boris Spassky. Question number 4. What fuel burning tool, most often fueled by oxyacetylene, is primarily used for metal cutting and welding? What fuel burning tool, most often fueled by oxyacetylene, is primarily used for metal cutting and welding? course, during this round, people tend to send me a message about the connection. I'm not formally accepting confirmations about the connection. You can get there on your own. I think you've got more than enough information. I can't just sit here. I'm supposed to be presenting. I can't spend the whole time texting people yes and no. I don't think I think it stops the flow. I've got a cough. My apologies. Hopefully it's not the old COVID. So that's number 4. What is that fuel burning tool? Question number 5. Originally recorded by King Harvest, which song was a huge worldwide hit for Top Loader in 2000? Originally recorded by King Harvest, which song was a huge worldwide hit for Top Loader in the year 2000? And in the chat, Austin is obviously delighted. Of course he is, because Villa scored a 90th minute winner. Absolutely fantastic. Bitter Midlands rivals Leicester. That is superb. Delighted to see it, mostly because my Leicester defender was out this week in fantasy football. And Villa are second, which is amazing. 4 wins out of 4. Love it. Love to see it. This is, fuck your project, big picture. We're going back to the 1880s, and the big teams are Everton and Villa. It's a beautiful thing to see. I'm delighted for you, Austin. That's question number 5. What was the song originally by King Harvest that was a huge worldwide hit for Top Loader in 2000? Question number 6. Eddie Murphy appeared as Prince Akeem, as well as 3 other characters in which 1988 John Landis comedy? A great movie. Recently announced the possibility of a little sequel to it, which is very interesting, considering it's been 32 years. Well, I'd love to see it. And Adam quite rightly points out, and Preston, the biggest team in the 1880s. Yes, of course, the original Invincibles. Screw you, Arsenal. They were the original Invincibles. 1988, 89 was it? I think. Okay, that's question number 6. What was that film with Eddie Murphy? Question number 7. Jackie Smith, Theresa May, Amber Rudd and Priti Patel are the 4 women to have held which UK cabinet position? Jackie Smith, Theresa May, Amber Rudd and Priti Patel are the 4 women to have held which UK cabinet position? I was double checking in case I've missed out any other women. But I'm pretty sure. Yes, she was the first. Cool. Great, I'm correct. You've got to double check these things just in case. You don't want to be a fool giving out incorrect information. I would hate to be. So that's question number 7. Those 4 women are the only women to have held which UK cabinet position? One of them currently holds it, so that should help you. Question number 8. In American, I hate myself, should just be in America, meaning the United States of America. How are the states to the northeast, I should say northeast. I'm taking it down. I'm annoyed at myself. That's such a big mistake. We're going to big face for a second. Let me fix this. Because that's not just me misspelling something. That's me being wrong. There we are. We fixed it. There we are. Done. That's the quickest change I've made during the quiz. Delighted for it. So that's question number 8. In America, how are the states to the northeast of New York collectively known? Adam in the chat says pretty stupid, which is, a lovely lovely bit of satire. She doesn't seem completely with it. And also, let's face it, seems evil. She does seem quite evil. Oddly so. Oddly so. Not a fan. Can't say I'm a fan. So that's question number 8. How are the states, the 6 states, I think, to the northeast of New York, collectively known? And question number 9. The Ballon d'Or is awarded annually, though not this year, to the outstanding individual in which sport? The Ballon d'Or is awarded annually, though not this year, to the outstanding individual of which sport? Remember, as I go along, hopefully the connection should become a little bit more obvious. That's my hope anyway. Will it? I don't know. We'll see. We hope. We fingers crossed, we hope. We live in hope. I live in hope. So that's question number 9. The Ballon d'Or is awarded annually, though not this year, to the outstanding individual in which sport? And then that leads us to question number 10. What is the connection? So if you just give me the simple connection, that's 1 point. But if you give me the line, the phrase that is key, you give me 6 points. Made it a bit more cryptic. Added a cryptic lateral thinking element this week because I love it. I live for those lateral elements. That's why I love me some Only Connect, baby. Only Connect applications are open. So if anyone wants to form up a team with me, let me know. Send me a message. It's important to me to go on that show and win. I met a champion of champions of it recently. It was a lovely man. He gave me some tips. Hope to go on it. Hope to win. If you want to go on it with me and you think you're good enough, send me a message. But yeah, otherwise, question number 10. What is the connection? The simple one for 1 point. Go further than that. Give me the line or phrase that is key for 6 points. Those are your questions there for that round then. So make sure you've answered every question. Make a guess. If you get the connection, go work backwards. Try and work it out. Spell your team name the same way you have every time. So far, you've been brilliant at that. So thank you very much. Then press that submit button. This is the last round. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes or so. So we'll be about 21:43, something like that. We'll come back then and reveal the answers. See you in a second.
Down the streets of gold, and I've seen the thoughts of those you'll never know. I carry wisdom that you can't ignore. I'm not a prophet, no, but I've seen my words unfold before. And I've seen the cities crushed beneath the flood. streets of gold. And I've seen the thoughts of those you'll never know. I carry wisdom that you can't ignore. I'm not a prophet, no.
Hey, I'm back. How's it going? Hope you have enjoyed yourself. I have. I really have. Thank you all. Okay, points are rolling in, which I love to see. We've got about 10, 12 left to come in. Hurry up and get them. Get them in. We can have this whole show done by 10 p.m. Time really flies, doesn't it? It really does fly. I hope you had fun. That's all that matters to me. What a great day. What a great day to be alive. It's not even my birthday. Tomorrow's my birthday. That's the big one. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are. Yeah, celebrate for me wherever you are, because I can't be with you. I wish I could, but you know, crazy old days, the cran times. But a lot of people have liked the connection, which is nice. A couple of people have sent nice messages. Adam in the chat, that's the greatest connection in any quiz ever. Thanks, mate. Very pleased. And most people seem to have got it. Well, a lot of people seem to have got it. We'll see. Which is better than normal. It says connection successful, which is also good. Am I back? I seem to be back, but I don't know. My apologies if I disappeared there. I was good. I'm back. Mum says yes. I assume she said yes to that. But Miss, tell me more about Frank Paul following you. Frank Paul legend. Still looking for 2 more answer sheets, I do believe. So I'll wait for those to come in. We've had a remarkable... everyone stayed. We've had a good number of teams, and everyone stayed for the whole quiz, which is very nice. You know, I was worried you'd be put off with my hard questions, but instead everyone's just sent me messages going, "Oh, it's so hard," and I'm sorry. I am sorry, and I'm sorry to you personally that it's too hard. But you know, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Okay, are they in? Are they all in? Let's see. Yes, we are there. We're all done. Thank you very much. Let's take a look at these answers, baby. Baby! There we are. Better. Okay, so let's go. Question number 1. The French author known for those wonderful books, known as the father of science fiction, is Jules Verne. Jules Verne, or Jules Verne. But Jules Verne. What a man. Did some great work. Question number 2. What word meaning the shining of the smooth surface follows at the twilights? It's "Oh, say can you see at the door's early light, do-do-do-do-do-do, at the twilight's last gleaming." Of course it is. Lovely word, gleaming. Gleaming. Question number 3. The most dominant chess champion in the history of chess in terms of the yellow rating, ahead of his second place, the US Grandmaster who fought a rivalry with Spassky, was Bobby Fischer. Bobby Fischer, what a guy. Number 4. The fuel-burning tool that is used for metal cutting and welding, that's a blowtorch. Question number 5. Originally recorded by King Harvest, the song, a huge worldwide hit for Top Loader in the year 2000. Of course, that was "Dancing in the Moonlight," or as our good friend Chrissy used to always call it, "Dancing in My Nan's Tights," and then she'd sing it, and it was a great time. Question number 6. Eddie Murphy appeared as Prince Akeem, as well as 3 other characters in which 1988 John Landis comedy, that was the wonderful and still hilarious Coming to America. Number 7, Jackie Smith, Theresa May, Amber Rudd and Priti Patel are the 4 women to have held which UK cabinet position? They have all been Home Secretary. Question number 8. I've not changed this one because I changed the first one, but you know I changed it. It's Northeast. In America, how many other states are the Northeast of New York collectively known? They're collectively known as New England. And number 9, the Ballon d'Or is awarded annually, though not this year, to the outstanding individual in which sport. Of course, that is football. So, if you just wanted the connection, you'd be needing to these words: Jules, gleaming; Bobby, blow; dancing; coming; home; England; football. How do those words connect? Of course, they're all words that are lyrics to the greatest song of all time. That is 3 Lines by Baddiel, Skinner and the Lightning Seeds. So if you put that or something to that effect, you'll get 1 point. But if you manage to pick out the key line, the key phrase, which of course why I have chosen this as the connection, you'll get 6 points. And that phrase, of course, is 30 years of hurt never stopped me dreaming. Too true. Too true. It's always been my favourite lyric of anything. And I'm tearing up thinking about it because it gets me every time. And it's mad because tomorrow I'm 30. And like, I'm crying. I remember being 5 and walking home from school. Mum had picked me up, which was rare, on a Friday. And she gave me that single for the first time. And it's always been my favourite song since. And I was 5. And it said 30 years of hurt, never stopped me dreaming. And now I'm 30. And they're words to live by. They're words to live by. Gonna stop crying now. Too moved. So yeah, if you put 30 years of hurt, never stopped me dreaming, or just 30 years of hurt, which is more depressing, but if you put the two things together, you'll get 6 points. So that's the end of the quiz. Thank you very much. I'm going to work out who has won. I'm pretty much there with working out who's won. It should only take me about 2 or 3 minutes because I've really gotten this down to a T, which is fantastic. So give me a second. I will work it all out and then I'll call the winner. So give me a moment and I'll be right back.
I've wandered up and down the streets of gold, and I've seen the thoughts of those you'll never know. I carry wisdom that you can't ignore. I'm not a prophet, no, but I've seen my words unfold before. And I've seen the cities crushed beneath the flood. And I've seen the people thirst for each other's blood. All man's intentions drowned in times of war. Oh, I'm not a prophet, no, but I've seen my words unfold before. Now every word I spoke is bought and sold, and all my fairy tales have been twice told. Still you won't seen my words unfold before. I've wandered up and down the streets of gold, and I've seen the thoughts of those you'll never know. I carry wisdom that you can't ignore. I'm not a prophet, no, but I've seen my words unfold before. And I've seen the cities crushed beneath the flood. And I've seen the people thirst for each other's blood. All man's intentions drown in times of war. Oh, I'm not a prophet, no, but I've seen my words unfold before. Now every word I spoke is bought and sold, and all my fairy tales have been twice told.
Hello, I'm back. Took a little second. There was a little hiccup in the scores, but I sorted it. It was fine. We're okay. Wow, high scoring quiz. I thought I was going to challenge you. I didn't. Who've had fun? I think Rod said he was close with no cigar. Which, hey, he's Welsh, so you know that last question maybe slightly harder. Jack said, "Oh my God, did anyone get the American Office as the connection?" I'd love to know what your thinking was there, Jack. But also, you should know that. Jess says, "Safe to say we're not winners, but being part of your birthday quiz makes us such." That's lovely. That's really nice, Jess. Thank you very kind. It's lovely to have you here. And so she says, "Has a nice day tomorrow." I'll do my best. Thank you. But yeah, I've done the marking. You've done very well. It's very close. So basically the quiz is out of 55. And 7 teams scored above 50, which is remarkable. But one team did slightly better than others. So it's time to call them. on my telephone. Contacts. Good start. It's a good start, I know. Wait. I'm just checking that I'm in the right place. I've got the right phone number. Yeah, I've got the right number. It's a good number. It's a very strong phone number. Let me call it.
Hello, Lewis Jones.
Hey, Hannah Hitchin, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good, mate. You've won the quiz.
Yay!
Woo! Congratulations.
That's 2 in a row.
It is 2 in a row. You won my the charity quiz that we did at the Junction last month. After being the highest during the lockdown quiz, you were the highest scoring team that hadn't won. And
Yes.
now you've won 2 in a row. How do you feel?
Thrilled. Absolutely thrilled. Yeah. This is, completely unexpected. We were sitting here going, no, we haven't won.
You mean-
And yeah, we have.
Mate, you smashed it. In fact, you scored 54. You only got 1 question wrong.
Yes. Yeah, I know. We were sort of trying to figure out how many we'd got wrong, and the only one we could remember was one of the film ones.
That was
so,
it. Do you know which one it was?
It was the dog tooth one, which I feel like I probably should have known,
I mean,
working in a...
you
Well,
are-
used to be working in a cinema.
Yeah, when that cinema chain still existed. But it's run by bad people, isn't it?
It is run by bad people.
Hey, what are you going to do? But hey, massive congratulations. Well done. I'll be in touch with details to give you your prize. Do you want to shout out the rest of your team and say any words?
Yeah, well done, my team. Well done. And also really excited that the Junction got funding this week as well.
Big shout out to the Junction. Great bunch of lads. They
Yeah.
very well deserved. And it's good
Yes.
because it means they still exist, so you can get your prize from the last quiz, which is having your name on a chair.
I know, I'm very excited about that.
That's what all the funding
Very
is going
excited.
into, I'm sure.
Woohoo. Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. But very well done. I hope you had fun, and thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. A pleasure. Well done.
See you soon.
See you next month.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So that was Hannah Hitchin, the captain of Team Quiz Tarrant. They got 54 out of 55, only dropped 1 point in round 2. Very impressive. In joint second place, two excellent teams, 2 of the best teams. Minty Chocolate Biscuit, led by Cam, of course. They got 53. And Your Birthday's Not Forever, Pull Yourself Together, led by Alfred, who were the leading team up until the Cockney round, where they lost 2 points on 53. And then the always excellent Fens team, Jenny's Fens team on 52, joining. In fact, Sam Penn also got 52, despite being a one-man team, which is maybe even more impressive than the winners. Very well done, Sam Penn. And one of my favourite teams, Twerking From Home, also had 52. And then Izzy's The Bloody Crin Cran had 51. Those were the teams with over 50 points. I will post all of the information in the LJ's Quiz Club Facebook group. If you've not joined it, do join it. Why not? It's fun. It's lovely. It's great. Get in there. But otherwise, we're done. We're done for the month. We're done for the year. We're done for my 20s. I've got 1 hour and 58 minutes left of being in my 20s, which is great. I'm going to enjoy it. But thank you so much for coming. I literally love you all so much. Wonderful, beautiful, brilliant people, all of you. And the fact that I'm not going to see you, it's so nice to have this sort of thing. I've spoken about it before recently, like on my Twitter and stuff, but, some of life's been hard. The last few years, it's been difficult. It's been emotional. But, so many good things. And so many good friends, more than anything. Really just wonderful people, and I'm blessed. I am blessed. So I'll see you soon, hopefully, when the virus is gone. We can have a drink in real life. But, you can always send me a virtual drink. If you haven't, hate to plug myself again, but it's right there. Don't be afraid to donate at paypal.me/LG47. You can do that. But yeah, we'll be back next month. I hope November. I haven't decided yet, but it'll be around 4 weeks from now. We'll see. Hopefully we'll have a different president. It'll be an interesting time, but it's been a real pleasure. It always is. I love you very much, and I'll see you soon. So, thank you and goodbye.
got so much time chasing morning light. Nothing on my mind, baby. Hit me like a shot.